Na-na-na-na. Na-na-na. Ba-da-da. Welcome back to Morrowind. TAMRIEL rebuilt. Ambitious mod, been going since... I looked into it, I think 2008 is when the first, area released. I don't think they've updated it. That seemed to be the Necrom area, if I was looking correctly. The over here-ish, I believe, was one of the first spots they made. They got a bunch of stuff planned still. I think here's about the edge of where even they can do stuff. Hey, Green Ghost. As for places I can find anything to do, I could go down here. I can also go over to, over on this side. So I have options for, still not going to the oldest areas that have aged very poorly. Yep. Now, I've been thinking about... I am gonna try to do the, well, I can't remember the name of, the sister project it's called. But they've currently made a fairly large and functioning version of Cyrodiil. I'm interested in playing that if I exhaust this. Partially to give more time for Skyrim to build up. Although, if I take too long, eventually Elder Scrolls 6 might actually come out, and then... I'm not caught up. Ooh. What a day. First a typhoon, then a monsoon, and now more Morrowind. Damn. Yeah, just got through the, seasonal, again? Oh, now more wind. Yep. Bleh. See, where I live, I don't know... Because I've lived basically just in this general area, not even, more than 100 miles further from here at any given point in my life. Not that I've never left, just never lived further. But where I live, we get, about a week of rain every time the, season changes. But there's more than the 4 seasons. Because we just had our week of rain that I believe signifies changing from summer to slightly less summer. And in another month, I'll probably get the one that changes from slightly less summer to very hot fall. Then we'll probably get second summer for a week or two, but then it'll move back to fall. Then eventually we'll get slightly cooler fall, and then winter. For almost a few days. What about second summer? I mentioned. It happens. It very frequently happens here. Just a week or two in the middle of fall where it's suddenly 100 degrees again. And I think this town's kind of over here. I think there's still stuff I could do. Maybe. Anything I can do for you? Maybe, Redguard Sorcerer is living in the Nepali cave south of here, right on the shore of Lake Andhra. Apparently she's both an expert at illusion magic and at hunting drach. Baruso Velov? Traveling merchant visits this village sometimes. Gives us gifts of mining tools, and we give him gifts of quam eggs. He's not come here in a long time. Interesting. Alright, that's just like basic tutorial stuff always. Duvis Velen, your husband, the hetman of this hamlet, handles all official business, bounties and the like. Madeira Barelan offers healing services to the sick and the wounded.
Yes,
I don't imagine there's much more the hetman of this area can do. Brings you to our farm, Outlander. Don't often see your kind around these parts. Any? Yeah, I didn't think so. I think all the bounties are shared. I think that's kind of the only thing here, from what I can tell, though. Mention a cave. Did that show up in my journal? Nah. Owie.
What is this regarding, Argonian?
Well, we clearly have nothing to talk about. Rumors? Olven Saldro's been griping about his neighbor, Velm's Maloran, for years. And he's complaining about loud noises. Those are likely coming from our egg mine, not Velm's house. Yeah, I don't get the impression that's much of anything to do with me. Let's try going down to this town down here. I remember you. I murdered you. Not murder. Lawful kill. What a town you got here. It's a shack and a slightly larger shack.
Is there something you need?
From you, shirtless man, I doubt it. Thank you for everything. Yeah, okay. Notice for all its proclamations about protecting the rights of property and preserving law and order, Imperial Legion does little enough to capture and prosecute abolitionists. Bit hypocritical, don't you think? No, actually. I think if anything, it'd be very hypocritical if they did. And also, being an abolitionist, in and of itself, I don't think is a crime. That just means you don't want slavery to exist. I know you're referring to those who specifically free slaves, but it's not a crime in Cyrodiil, so why would they prosecute it here? Because, you know, slavery's a crime everywhere else on Tamriel. To my knowledge. Illegal and utterly evil, according to our custom and religion. Yeah. So is abolitionism, apparently. Good talk, shirtless guy. There's a crime here and they're supposed to enforce the local law. Yeah, but at the same time, it's a local law. I don't think it's hypocritical for them to be dragging their feet about it. It's like, oh no, they escaped. I think they'd be bigger hypocrites if they enforced a law they actively didn't agree with. I think that's incredibly hypocritical. Okay, you're the same person, essentially. Good to know. It's like the one thing I feel like the Empire does well every time. We asked Ungath if he'd rather the Tribunal have stayed in charge or the Empire take the place over. He'd rather it be an Empire puppet state. Gonna level with you. Promise to enforce and protect Morrowind law, and they don't do it, so it is hypocritical. I don't think breaking a promise is the same as being a hypocrite. Doesn't mean I think they're bad for hypocrisy in this case, but it is hypocrisy. I don't think that's quite hypocrisy. I think it's more a claim they will do it and don't. Yeah, that's just called lying. That's not the same as being a hypocrite. A hypocrite is where your own beliefs... You act in a way that counters what you claim your own beliefs to be. You could say they're hypocritical in breaking a promise to an extent. But breaking a promise, I don't think that's the same. It's kind of semantical, I realize. Claim their beliefs are in the law. The law says they must protect slavery. I think they claim their beliefs are in their own law. Besides, if an abolitionist happens to, get over to Old Ebonheart, well, it's not illegal there, so why prosecute them for anything? They swear to believe and protect the Empire's laws. The Armistice is part of the Empire's law. I suppose so. Many slaves try to go to Old Ebonheart for that reason. Yep. But there's also the problem that they said abolitionist, and I'm sure what they meant was slave breakers, people who actively free slaves and run and, help them escape. But what that literally means is someone who thinks it shouldn't be legal for slavery to exist. And I don't think a dissenting opinion is illegal, and if it is, the tribunal should have been buried 1,000 years earlier.
What was that? I'm listening.
Hey you! Not heading to Emra, are you? Why? I told me you're planning on staying in Emra. Maybe? I don't fucking know. Listen to me, buddy. Don't make the same mistake I did. Townspeople, they don't like outlanders like us. I'm fucking aware. Kinda depends on the dissenting opinion. I mean, I assume outright heresy is slightly different, because they are still technically a theocracy, if you think about it. Because they're leading, at least prior to their all being murdered, their leading class were all religious figures. But, heresy. Abolitionism, yeah, it's gotta be legal as an opinion. But, heresy is different because they are a theocracy, so heresy would be... that would be going against the church, which is the government. Any kind of dissenting opinion with the Orthodox is punished severely, yeah. But is slavery strictly a part of their religion? I don't feel like they consider it a religious part of their practice, they just consider it correct. They don't like outlanders like us. I fucking noticed. It's all of Morrowind outside of maybe Ebonheart. I'm a scholar, you see, of biology. Never met one before. More traditional and ancestral. Yeah, not outright heretical. Came here to study Lake Andaram and its creatures, the Drach. I guess I offended some of the locals with my questions because I had to run for my life. The fuck did you ask them? Nothing actually happened. Yet, anyway. More of a feeling, or a hunch, if you will. That I was in mortal danger. I was constantly being watched by someone. At night, they tried to break into the room I was staying in. Well, that's what I think. Decided I couldn't take it anymore. Packed my things and left. Be going to Almasir now, and there I can find a ship to take me back to civilization. Okay, bye. Yes, bye. Must be going too. The pants make this look so ridiculous. Actually, the Argonian waddle already looks stupid. Hey, how's it going? Here's your name right now. On the shore of the Great Lake Andoram. There's a small Velothi settlement, home to sailors, fishermen, and dock workers. And for someone in particular, some specific place, I can tell you more, but in the end, we're just all humble servants of the Indral Baroth of Nanav. Wait, you... Including Eris, the Empire probably would protect people from persecution for Imperial favored stances. Including Harrison. Technically, Morrowind is not allowed to do witch hunts and the like anymore because the Empire forced them to have religious freedom. They only tend to enforce that if it's something like the Imperial cult where the Empire likes them. That's true. And if I'm not mistaken, it's not outright... What's interesting is I think Morrowind is technically more tolerant of Daedra worship than the Empire is. I don't think it's strictly illegal in either, depending on the Daedra, obviously. I think worshipping Maroon's Dagon or Molag Bal is gonna get you locked up. But if you worship Meridia, I think people aren't they're gonna ask questions, but they're not gonna try to capture you. Let them persecute Ashlanders because the Empire doesn't like them either. To be fair, the Ashlanders also are kind of the most racist Morrowinders. Like, I'd actually argue they're kind of worse than the rest of them, in a lot of ways. Any rumors? I haven't heard anything. Hey, people. Davaranem is appointed hetman, founded the trade house. Ivan Saloth, priest at the Shrine of St. Olms. In the docks are the sailors in. At the docks, there's Parudma, Captain Marva's ship, and the Diligent Faith, freighter belonging to the Indral Baroth. Center of the town, there's the trade house. Doesn't offer its services to outsiders, mind you. Eastern Bar Town is a big apartment complex where dock workers live. A shrine to St. Olms atop it. There's the TAMRIEL lighthouse, of course. You admire it from the outside, but the store's always locked. That's fair. You don't want people going in fucking with your lighthouse. House of Trouble, illegal. Good Daedra, alright. You should be worshipping the Tribunal. Get your ass to Temple. Anything else, just go away and wah. Yeah. Like... damn, I can never remember who the full House of Troubles are. I think it's... Isn't it... Like, one of them does not belong in that grouping, if I'm remembering right. Was it Periite? It was like, why do you have so much beef with Periite? Oblivion religion in Cyrodiil appears very homogenous and centralized. In lore on Cyrodiil before Oblivion, religion was very, diverse across Cyrodiil. Ah. I think the House of Troubles is, it's thousands of cults? Yeah. To be fair, I think also, wasn't like, I mean, definitely pre-Morrowind, the 8 were also kind of worshipped separately. They weren't worshipped, like, as a whole, except by maybe a handful of groups. Usually you just pick one to worship, and they kind of were separate from one another. Was worshipped Aedra or ancestor saints? Ah, so someone like Saint Alessia probably had cults back then. I imagine she was probably one of the larger ones. Was Saint Alessia a woman? Pretty sure she was.
Yes, Outlander?
And Daggerfall, you picked a divine. That divine had alliances and rivalries with other divines. Saint Alessia, yeah. Priest of the Shrine has been asking if anyone has seen a friend of his. Some sailor's gone missing. Oh, I could help about that. Leader of the slave revolt against the aliens. Yes, and she is the originator, I believe, of the, like, she made the original deal to start the Dragon Fires. Or was that someone else? Was that a different saint? The first Empress. No, that was her then, if she was the first Empress. Also fucked a Bull God thing. Right. Are the demigods still really confusing? Because there's Daedra demigods, even though Daedra aren't supposed to be able to reproduce. and there might be Adric demigods. Maybe. They're children of the Minotaur. Yeah, demigod lore is weird. Yeah. Okay, so what is this? Imra Sailor's Inn. Don't know how it works. I don't think the writers know how it works either. We'll never know. Maybe it's better we don't know. I feel like we need a for sure answer on whether or not it's possible. If there's characters who are supposed to be that, even though it's supposed to be impossible. This is all just the apartment complex. Do you know the Divines can manifest as mortal-like avatars? Yeah, can't you actually, like, in the Imperial Cult questline, can't you actually meet, like, 3 or 4 of them in Morrowind? Or, like, at least a few of them you can. Maybe they do that and then have children with mortals? Maybe. Vesting the 3 upon you. They're all dead, so don't really care. Maybe it helped me. None of the locals will. Trying to find my friend Jebin. He's gone missing. I think I've heard of this quest, actually. That name is familiar. Jebin. The sailor, young man in his 30s. Mere boy for a Dunmer, you understand. Yeah, you guys, live a while. Bet I'll outlive most of ya. You meet Mara and Zenithar in the Imperial Cult. Talos is himself in the main quest. Yeah, I missed Talos even though I wanted to go see him and I remembered he was there. Just completely blanked on it, like when it was happening. Like most of the local sailors, he visits this shrine regularly. Not just to pray and make offerings, but also to talk with me. He's an orphan, you see. Needs some guidance in his life. Suppose he's come to see me as a bit of a father. I must admit, I'm rather fond of the boy myself, poor thing. Poor thing? Benjamin is... His heart is in the right place, but his mind is troubled. Haunted for some reason. He's told me that he sometimes sees and hears impossible things when he's out on the lake. Has nightmares of drowning. Poor boy. Feeble mind such as his shouldn't be in that profession. But now you understand why I'm worried he's not visited me in days. Fear that either something bad has happened to him, or he's done something foolish. Please, will you help me find him? Alright, yeah, I can get behind this. Any leads? Thank you, Ungoth III. Jebin is part of the crew of the freighter Parudma. Ship's anchored at the docks. Should question the captain, Obador Marvis. If anyone knows where Jebin is, it's him. Jebin doesn't want to visit me anymore, it's alright. Not angry with him, just want to know that he's okay. Yeah, sure. I'm absolutely positive it's not that, because it's never that with me.
I don't have a lot of patience for questions, Outlander.
Gonna guess that's the...
Do you want something?
Da-da-da, Jebin, da-da... Parudma... This the Parudma? Yeah. I don't know, what do you want? Yeah, guys looking for Jebin? Part of my crew, what's this about? I understand he's gone missing? So, who put you up to this? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me. If someone has asked questions about a man in my crew, tell me who sent you here, you won't be getting any answers from me. Alright, let's try it this way. I'm in Seloth, he's worried. Priest is worried? How touching. No, I don't know where Jebin is. Haven't seen him since we unloaded the cargo a couple days ago. He's a damn sluggard. Any idea? No doubt it's run away with that harlot Anara. Okay, see, there's something I can work with. Works down at the Sailor's Inn. Jebin visits her often. Brings her gifts from across the lake. Guess he must be in love. Foolish boy. Nuveen Gilman owns the inn. Hey, she knows where the two are. Anything else about her?
What, Outlander?
Alright.
What is this regarding, Argonian?
Do you want something?
Our doors are always open.
Know where Anara is? Oh, she doesn't run away. Odd thing to suggest. In the back room behind this counter. Go see for yourself. Alright. Talk to her then. Did you just from a standing position leap over the entire counter? Yeah, you said I could. There's a bar door here. Sure enough. Hey, how's it going?
Happy to help. What's your problem?
Hey, seen Jebin? Is Jebin missing? I thought that he hadn't visited me because he was too busy. No, the Captain Obadiah makes him work like a slave. Captain hasn't seen him either? Captain Obadiah thought you and Jebin might have run away together. Run away together? I would appreciate the Captain would insinuate something like that. A servant and a barmaid, not some... You know. He used the word harlot a lot, yes. It's not that kind of place. Jebin and I are just friends. Not that I would mind leaving Amra. Life here is miserable. In the means I'd leave, but believe me, but I'm stuck here. Any idea where the kid could be, then? I don't know. Like I said, I thought he was on the ship. Maybe visiting Ivan Seloth. Jebin really likes the priest. Besides myself, I think Ivan Seloth is the only friend Jebin has. I don't think Jebin would leave Amra without letting me or Ivan know. You know anything about him? I don't feel like I can really talk to. See, I don't have a family. Difficult sometimes, but Jebin understands me. He's an orphan, too. Suppose that's why we originally got to talking. Good to have someone in my life who knows what it's like. Yeah, Ivan told me he's kind of troubled. Yes, I blame the lake. It's playing tricks on his mind and making him sick. Last time I saw him, he told me of a nightmare he had. The dream he was underwater. It was cold and dark. Shadows grabbed him by the ankles and pulled him deeper and deeper until a gigantic maw opened below him and swallowed him whole. And after he woke up, he found an amulet in his pocket that he didn't remember putting in there. He gave it to me as a gift. Here, have a look. It's a rather ugly thing, to be honest. No, that's incredibly insensitive. I'm not asking you. It's not relevant either. Thanks. I'll go take a look. Doesn't seem to be magic. Back to my cursed necromancy amulet. You didn't hear me say that. We have friggin'... Hey there, friend. You've been looking for young Jebin. Reckon I could help you? I heard you by old Zadathis at Juggermot's first. Now I'll tell you what I know. Alright, I'll bite.
Tell your friends about this place.
Yeah. Here's the mats. I give you the mats, friend. Come closer. No one have to speak too loudly. Now you're looking for Jebin. I'm afraid both you and Ivan Seloth are blinder than poor old me when it comes to finding him. That's because neither of you is a native of this town, so you don't know the history of Amra. Alright. Here, tell me. What you know of the Ornesian War? Like, I know you can't tell because you're blind, but I know a bit, let's say. Doesn't matter. One thing to know and a whole other thing to remember. It's older than me, I'll give you that one. And over 30 years since the war with the Argonians ended. I mean, not literally older than me, but the further south you go, the more recent it still is in people's minds. Even now I can recall the sense of impending doom as we got news of fighting in the plains of Deshan, the horrors that took place in the siege of Tyr. Soon we thought the Argonians would lay waste all to rock across the lake and the war would come to Amra. Sure, keep going. That's when some of the local families wanted to act instead of just waiting. They're saying we should make sure the Argonians never crossed Lake Andoram. There's Drach in the lake, you see. They reckon they could strike a deal with them. Knew the temple wouldn't like it, so it'd be all a secret. Made the Drach tribute and they'd protect us. Now, I don't know what really happened in the end, but what I do know is that we never saw so much as a sliver of a lizard in Amra. Never seen one, huh? Any of those families still around? You see, it was none other than the Marvis family who pushed the deal. Said old man Marvis, Captain Obadiah's father, was the main instigator. I don't know what sort of deal he was supposed to make with those lake devils, or with what means of communication. Ever since those days, the Marvis family's been blessed with wealth and good fortune. 30 years, not once have I heard of any of their ships sinking or getting stranded. Their divers bring up pearls the size of my fist. Alright. What's this got to do with Jebin? I was not the first one to go missing like this. Been a good handful of Lakefaring souls like him who've simply vanished. Oh, them poor fellows were sailors working for the Marvis family just like him. As I recall, it all started not long after the Arnesian War ended. Now, if a secret pact was indeed made with the Drach, what do you reckon was offered to them in return for their favor? I ask you, what could monsters like them possibly want? I'd guess some kind of food. Exactly so, my friend, exactly so. They're monsters, and to them we are naught but meat, flesh to devour. That's the only thing land dwellers like us could offer them, their very lives. You think Jebin's gonna be fed to the Drach at the lake? I'm not sure of any of this, my friend, but even a blind man like me could tell there's something fishy going on. The captain was a little... Sure, we'll use fishy. I feel it in my gut. Boy's in grave danger. If he's still alive, he must be on board the Parudma. As long as the ship is docked here, there's hope. Search it, Ungat. Must be there somewhere. Cargo hold, perhaps? Not a bad idea. Did find that weird wax thing.
Say what you want.
That's weird. You spawn exactly here, so you sit back up onto the first step.
I couldn't possibly. Too busy.
Not locked. Search the cargo hold of the Parudma. No sign of Jebin here. The harpoon, that's cool. Harpoons are cool. They're super unethical. Because the whole... You can stab them in, but you can't really pull them out without ripping shit up thing. Well, well, well. Thought you'd have yourself a look around. Eh? Cargo holds off limits. You better explain just what the hell you're doing here now. Here's 100 gold and you never saw me. Alright. I didn't see you here. Go, never come back. I don't care. Like, I will pay you to fuck off. That's suspicious. Pay him 100 drakes, you let me go. Yeah, I'm not doing all that.
Spit it out or hit the road.
Huh. That didn't seem to lead anywhere.
Say what you want or go away.
No one on the ship. He just wasn't there. Okay, default when you don't know what to do, go back to whoever gave you the last one. That's something to try to remember in this mod, because they like doing that.
Outlander, what do you want?
To get around you, stop blocking the hallway. Find Jebin in the cargo hold? What, in the cargo hold? Seen the boys held captive by Captain Obiter after all. Any ideas? Anything at all? There's still Obiter's brother, Barandus Marvis. Sure, must be involved. This, reckon you might want to ask him about Jevon. Always outside, tending the guar by the town entrance. That guy? His apartment in the Amrock apartment complex always locked. Might be worth searching the apartment too. Keep poor Jevon there?
You seek information.
I could check.
Make it quick, Arcadian.
What is this about?
I think I'll just search his place first. Nah, this shoebox ain't hiding a person in here. No sign of Jevon in Barandus Marvis's apartment. On Barandus... Yeah, first guy I talked to. Know anyone named Jevon? Didn't want me a nosy outlander to come asking questions about a missing sailor. Am I the new suspect? You know, the guy... Actually, that guy on the way into town did mention he was asking questions about the Drach. Kinda does tie into this quest. Nothing to hide if you have... You have nothing to worry about if you have nothing to hide. I really refuse to play along with this farce of investigation. Don't want your trouble in Amra, Outlander. Why do you keep harassing us like this? At this point, I'm worried about the kid, too. Do you know who I think should be your main suspect? None of that damned outsider priest Ivan Seleth himself. Wait, when you say Outlander, are you talking about everyone not from this city? You're like triple racism. I think even the Ashlanders are slightly better than that. Fill that boy Jevon's head with all kinds of nonsense. Not just temple teachings, let me tell you. Tried to turn the boy against his captain, against this whole town. If anything, I think you should search the priest's apartment for clues. His apartment's inside the complex. Find that really unlikely. Why the fuck would he bother asking someone to search it if he was the culprit? I'll look just to prove you're an idiot. Or I suppose I could be proving that he's an idiot. Holy fuck! Where's his goddamn leg? Where are his arms? One of his arms. What the fuck? Found what's left of poor Jevon. His hair is wet, his lungs full of water, his neck appears to be broken. An arm and a leg are missing. Hang on. No, this doesn't make any fucking sense. Nah. This is a setup. The room wasn't even locked. Nah. This is a frame job. No way in hell. That doesn't make any sense. The guy who set me up to do this was the one who did it, knowing I'd investigate him too? Who found him? I found him dead in your apartment. On your bed. Partly dismembered. What are you talking about? Partly dismembered? On my bed? That makes no sense. That's where I found him. Someone must have carried his body to my apartment. And that's my first thought, too. This doesn't make any fucking sense if you did it. My door's never locked. I could have easily done so. Trying to frame me, Ungoth. You don't think I killed Jevin, do you? No, that would literally be the stupidest thing ever. What, you cut off one of each of his limbs and then drowned him and then brought him back to your bedroom? What? Like, what kind of plan would that be? Like, no, it makes literally no sense if you did it. Thank you, Ungoth. Now, I know why anyone would want to slaughter Jevin like this. Maybe we can find the ones responsible for his death. Let's be clever and careful, because there's a greater conspiracy at play. Someone must know who carried poor Jevin's body into my apartment. Wait a minute, Ratsfalveno. That shifty-looking guy always loitering in the halls of the apartment complex. That was my first guess, too. Sometimes does odd jobs for the Marvis family, too. Highly suspicious, don't you think? Question him. Yeah, my thought. Yeah, no, I was coming up on, this has to be a frame job before he even, like... Oh, you found him? Yeah, he was, partly dismembered in your bed. What? Wait, in my bed? Yeah. That... What? And he was too confused by it, too. Hey, that was too genuine What? Hey, wanna carry a dead body to the police department? Just a commoner, I ain't done nothing wrong, I swear. Alright, listen up, Barnacle Face. You better start talking before I beat you senseless. Oh, I know nothing. Please don't hurt me, Outlander. Well. Fuck was that weird sound you just made? What sound, Glub Glub? That sound. You did it again. Making me nervous, Outlander. Well, that's what that is. Okay, listen to me, you weird toad guy. Tell me what you know and I don't break your face. Oh, don't hurt me, I hate pain. Alright, I'll tell you everything. But not here. There are ears everywhere. Kill me if they knew I was talking to you. You need to go somewhere where it's safe. So they can kill you before you talk to me. Warehouse just outside, you know what? Go to the crane on the roof. Warehouse is a basement. It's always empty. Be safer to talk there. Go in first and wait for you there, okay? Woo! Yeah, he's gonna be dead when I get there. Or he's going to turn into a weird underwater monster. Credit, he unlocked the place for me. Just, not trusting this shit. Do I look fucking stupid to you? Aye. I'm just gonna be standing right next to you. You're here, good. No one can hear us here. It's a trap, isn't it? Haha, clever Outlander, aren't you? You ready for what happens next? And what's that? You're gonna die with me, Outlander, and I will be reborn! Ratsfalveno turns the crank behind him. Hear the sound of lake water rushing into the basement. I don't know what he thought. Had the amulet. Key. Yeah, I'm an Argonian, dumbass. Bro missed the Argonian's physiology class in school. You'd think, like, survivors of the Argonian War would know you can't drown in Argonian. I feel like, okay, there's being racist, and then there's being straight up stupid about fighting your own enemy. It'd be like trying to... It'd be like if the most famous vampire and the hunter in the world, like, hates vampires, everything about them, tried to blot out the sun to wipe them out. That glubbing, are they doing an Innsmouth thing here too? Like, they make a deal with the underwater folks? And, all that? Yeah, they're doing stuff. I appreciate the effort. I mean, I, of all people, should. My character is named Ngoth. Where the fuck is the priest? Someone is gone. There's a chill in the air coming from the lake. I believe Zadathis Aldrethi is my only remaining lead. Also, fun. Almost up to 600 pages in this journal. Jesus. They managed to kill him in a fucking bar? How'd they kill the other guy in broad daylight?
What is this regarding, Argonian?
Hey, Ocelot has gone missing too? Dire news, yes, but there's still hope. Both he and his captors must still be in Amra. Captain Obada's ship hasn't left the harbor. Where the shady congregation people is making its way to the lighthouse. It's where they must have taken him. No time to lose. Hetman Deva and him holds the key to the lighthouse. Explain the situation to her, perhaps she'll help you. Hetman is in the trade house. Make haste. I've done plenty of jobs for Hetman. Not this specific one, but you know.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Welcome to breathe fresh air with the locals, and let's see you know the trade house doesn't trade goods with outlanders. And for services, point you in the right direction. Bounty hunter looking to cash in on some bounties? You're in the right place. Yeah. Lighthouse. You need the key for. When Celis has disappeared and you think he was captured? Horrible. Deal with these rogues, whoever they are. Without my permission to enter the lighthouse in Goth, here's the key. Imperial foot soldiers will meet you at the front door. Accompany you in the raid. Okay, this feels horribly out of character for, like, you're not even allowed to trade here thing. Like, oh, I believe you automatically. Like, really?
Let's do some business, shall we?
Hey, team.
So,
Could have gotten in on my own, but I chose to try. You guys actually went through with it this time. Didn't follow me into the room, though. Here's someone or something moving upstairs. Aha! Yep, they're doing shadows over Innsmouth. Hey, how's it going? Is this a snack on two legs? Come. Sluggle closer, delicious stranger. What does this stranger mean? What's wrong with you? I mean, what the fuck's wrong with you? It is Ulvo's new skin. It will live forever. Promise Ulvo that it would. Ulvo used to think it was handsome, but it is not. Ulvo is hungry. Hey, so, you know what? I'm remembering where the other Shadows over Innsmouth thing was. It was, they didn't really do the actual Shadows thing, they just kind of took the design from it. It was in Shivering Isles, that's what I was thinking of. Monstrous claw detaches from Ulvo Telvor's arm easily. However, just a brief glance at the degeneration underneath his robes is enough to convince you that searching the rest of his remains isn't worth it. Gross. Is it a weapon? I didn't think so. The Staff of Reckoning. Just have this. What's it even called? It doesn't have his name. I didn't see what the, like, item was called. Yep, the official name of this quest is Shadows Under Amra. Of course it is. I was trying to find whatever item I got that was his claw, but can't seem to find it. Ulvo's diary. True one. Well, I finally arrived. New job in a new city. Glad I can make it. Been in the middle of nowhere, difficult to travel by road. Really should have taken the Silt Strider. Oh well, gonna unpack my belongings. Done, I am all set. Now I can rest a bit. There's a lighthouse keeper for a lake. Shouldn't be too hard, like my old location. Bitter coast on Vardenfell. Always rainy, always cloudy, damp, and filthy. Gloomy and depressing. I will never, never, never go back there. You can see the sun during the day, then Master and Secunda, and all the constellations during the night. Here I breathe clean air. Not really, to be honest. Something's stale in this building. This has been abandoned by the previous keeper, that's to be expected. I cleaned everything and everywhere, but traces of the foul smell remain. Oh well. Or the lake must be infiltrating the stone. Just have to make sure the lighthouse's brazier, wrong button, is alight, and I can get out. Already met a few locals, surprisingly friendly despite their odd look. One of them even proposed to celebrate my arrival. Here in the lighthouse. Guess I should buy some liquor. The party was alright, I guess? One sec, actually. I need to... Okay. There was 7 of us, actually, and Vec be blessed I had enough to eat and drink. The only awkward moment was when I excused myself for the smell. They all stared at me with their bulging eyes. In their reaction, it looked like I was accusing them of smelling. A weird moment passed, and they even explained the previous keeper left because he couldn't stand the odor. It's not enough to deter me. Quite relieved to hear me say that. Well, visitors again. 6 of them. They ate and drank, but truth be told, I expected some quiet and privacy. Looks like the lighthouse is their general quarters or something. I have to put an end to that. Couldn't bring myself to get rid of them. It's weird, because it seems to me they're waiting for something? From me? What? I don't understand. They keep coming every 2 or 3 evenings. Alright, now I know what they wanted. I was cleaning the first floor when I decided this horrible Drach shield displayed there had to go away. I tried to take it down, but just shifted slightly. Jumped when I heard a loud grinding noise behind it. Or the wall just disappeared. Behind this false wall, there was another door. I had to cover my nose. The stench was overwhelming. It smelled like rotting fish and decaying meat combined. Horrible and disgusting. I nearly threw up. Could not open that door. Moved the shield back in place, and the wall took its normal place. Next evening, when my visitors came again, I noticed their attention was either on the shield or sometimes on the wall, but rarely on me. Finally told them, and I knew about the secret door. Told them that I didn't open it, and I didn't want to know anything about it, and I wanted them to just go away. Well, they didn't leave. At least, now I have an explanation. Looks like the smell is indeed rotting fish and meat. Supposed to be some food for the Drach. Couldn't believe my ears. They're implying the Drach were living under my lighthouse. Ludicrous! They're Drach under my lighthouse. A full colony. Forced myself to open that damn door. Faint smell was getting on my nerves, but beyond... stench was horrendous. Made all my body hair either stand or wither. After a coiling gallery, I arrived at a huge, dark cave. First thing I noticed was the mushrooms. Never seen them, even at the Bitter Coast. Only after my eyes got accustomed to the darkness, I saw the Drach. How many are there? First, I thought it was some kind of nesting cave. The cocoons were too big to be eggs, or whatever form Drach take at birth. One of my visitors insisted to give me a book about their life cycle, and according to that book, there's a transition between land Drach and water Drach called Carvinism, and another between water Drach and land Drag called Meph. I think these huge sacks of the transition cocoon between these two states, probably the Meph. I must admit, it's fascinating to see these creatures down here. Quite peaceful, unless you dive in the water. Apart from that, they just live their life, but why here? Why the secret door? One of them tried to attack me. I was so scared. I ran. After I calmed down, decided to speak to the man who gave me the book about Drach. He had a good talk. Affirmed it's indeed a transition nest, and explained there's a very ancient agreement between the Dunmer of Amra and the Drach of the Lake. In exchange for help against Argonians and a relatively quiet coexistence, Amra had to provide shelter and food for the Drach during transition. That Drach was not attacking me. In fact, he was expecting some food. So I agreed with the Amra fellows to let them bring food to the Drach. One that tried to speak to me seemed satisfied. Scavengers, so rotten flesh is not a problem. Actually, when one of the Drech fails his transformations, either because of lack of food or because of some disease, the others eat the remains. A long time before they need us to bring food. I'm accustomed to the smell now. Doesn't disturb me anymore. I'm satisfied with my studies about the Drech. Few mere men have the opportunity to approach them so closely, but something's off. Last night, my fellows brought a guar for the Drech. A whole guar. A whole guar alive. Said the guar was old and useless, but could have mercifully killed it before throwing it to the Drech. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Apart from my visitors, the denizens of TAMRIEL look at me weirdly. As I led to believe the situation was normal. Being the Drech, the famous adversaries of Vivec, I think I should speak with the priest of St. Olm's Shrine. Why is this door secret? Of course it's secret. Of course, I'm an idiot. It's not the fulfillment of an ancient, venerable agreement. This is a cult with offerings and sacrifices. The previous keeper abandoned the lighthouse, didn't he? But... did he? Damn. Well, it's not like he needs a shed anymore. I locked everything. How did you host 6 people in here? Ooh, a shovel. I feel like you could use a shovel like a spear. Better than you... I can see maybe 3 people sitting comfortably. Maybe a 4th if someone, like, took this other chair. There's a lot of standing room only here, though, dude. Iron fork. A cleaver. Want to move it? Yes. Hear a loud sound coming from behind you. Alright, time to exterminate. You know, Vivec wasn't right about a lot of shit. He was definitely right about these guys being assholes. Not who I was referring to. Hey, got my gold back. Cool. Brech boots. And that kind of, I guess if they eat each other, they wouldn't care about you using their hide for stuff, would they? That's on Dreg. So I have to cope with all the visits to my under-neighbors, the Dreg. I might as well see for myself what this is all about. This smell, it's so foreign and strong, some strange fungi appeared here. Mushrooms I have never seen anywhere else. Should take some samples, see what their properties are. I'm intrigued by the strange clusters floating on the surface. Feeble flow of these dark waters made them drift to the walls of the cave. What I've read in the book, Life Cycle of the Dreg, suppose these are the Grom, pellets of fibers that Dreg vomit during the so-called meth. Tried to unravel one of the pellets, I nearly fainted under the assault of the stench. 10 times worse than the rotting fish and meat and the acrid smell of all those weird shrooms that surround me. And I found nothing interesting in these little balls. Sometimes my visitors gather on the platform above. They just stay there, staring at me weirdly. I realize this is my cue to leave, so leave them to do whatever they do there. Starting to make a precise account of the meat and fish that they bring here. Quantities the Drech need. With time, I'll find a balance between supply and consumption, hope that nothing will rot and add to the horrible smell. Companions find it funny, but I'll try anyway. Well, it's a success. The smell is less overwhelming now. Quite bearable. Took a look at their book up there. Quite surprised to see one of the sermons of Lord Vivec. Well, even if I worship the Tribunal, I'm not one to delve too deeply into this religious stuff. Discarded it to go back to my work. Yesterday, something happened that scared me. I was sampling some of the weirdest mushrooms of this cave when all the Dreg came near the surface. There's a mess of tentacles, pincers, and lots of water being thrown everywhere. It made a ruckus, hissing and clicking and growling. Stepped back worried. They climbed the stairs and platforms? Did they reach me? Once out of their sight, I ran away. They are speaking. Concerning. First thing I did when they got too excited for my liking was to warn my visitors. They were amused, to say the least. Felt like a fool to be so worried. He explained they just settled an argument between them. All that noise was actually a language. So excited. When do we get to speak to these creatures, come to a mutual understanding? That'd be the beginning of a new era, where an intelligent aquatic race would take their rightful place in the history of Tamriel. There's already an intelligent aquatic race in its rightful place in the history of Tamriel, buddy. On the other hand, I witnessed some disturbing behaviors on their part. One of them starts the transition, the meth, and unfortunately fails, they just eat it. Somewhat shocking. Be a long way before they enter civilization. Got a few words. I'm nearly able to talk to them. Well, they're very basic creatures, very basic needs like food, and food. Sometimes they talk about a great cavern, a place where they have to return to pay their respects to their leader, a king of sort. I wonder if this king is the famous Ruddy Man, probably one of his heirs. I had more discussions with the Drech. If I'm honest, I overheard more conversations. Seems the great cavern its inhabitants are located in a very deep abyss, far to the south. Could it be the Porudma's Maw the denizens of Amra are talking about with a great level of fear? And the boat is called... okay. Spoke to my visitors about the great cavern, the king of Drech. Also mentioned Porudma's Maw. Maybe I shouldn't have, they sent weird looks my way. Water walking amulet. Huh. Don't need it. Outlander, you're a pesky one. Should have known that fool Raleth couldn't kill you. Oh, fucked up. I'm here to kill you. What? No real idea what it is that we're doing here in Amra, do you? How about you tell me what you think you're doing? No point explaining anything to an Outlander destined to die you couldn't possibly understand. Let's say I want to. Want to understand, Outlander, now? Very well, then I got you one question. One question, then you'll die. Actually, all the questions I have... Alright, fine. What's the deal with the Dreg? Tide is high. They've come here for the blood, like they always do. Not yours or Ivan Celis. Gladly feast on your flesh, but they don't care about the blood running through your veins. They want my family's blood. Pact we've made with them, a union. Now they're displeased with us. Jevon is dead and you have disrupted our ritual. I'll appease them after I killed you. Union with the Dreg? Are you fucking them? A union of blood and life. My father forged this unbreakable bond when he took my mother as his wife. Yep, you're fucking the Dreg. It was agreed that whenever the time was right, the Dreg would come. When my blood would undergo the sacral ritual of Parvenasim. Join the Abysmal Choir. All this is in my blood, sleeping. Now the Dreg have come to wake it. There's still time, I have a replacement in mind. Just have to deal with you first. Who was your mother? No, Outlander, I already answered 2 of your questions. I promised to answer just 1. Giving you far too long. Time to end this. Well, time to get rid of your crazy ass, then. Mother Porudma, take you. You will not stop us. It's too bad they limit how many questions you can ask. Hey, cage isn't locked. I sorry, you saved me, God. They're gonna... Hey. Come on. It's alright, you're good now, man. It's just ripping your death and God. Just let's go. I don't know the way out of this place. You lead the way. It's cool, man. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. What were they doing to you? Reading with... That's... Actually, which one is this? Oh, hang on. This heavy book looks like one of the official sermons of Vivek. Some passages are heavily crossed out and marred with ink stains. Notes and corrective observations fill the margins. Ooh. Vivek left Set to look after the dome-headed demon, went back to the space that was not a space. Provisional house, he looked in the middle world to find the 5th monster, called the Ruddy Man. The Dregs ruled the world. The Daedroth prince Molag Bal had been their chief. Took a different shape then, spiny and armored and made for the sea. Vivek, in giving birth to the many spawn of his marriage, had dropped an old image of Molag Bal into the world. Dead carapace of memory. Not have been a monster if a Velothi child had not wanted to impress his village by wearing it. The Ruddy Man of the 8 monsters was the least complicated. He made those who wore him into mighty killers and nothing more. Exists in the physical. Only geography made him special. I did not mean to press that button. Yeah. Vivek found him near the boys' village, Anonnissus. There was a violent clash of arms and an upheaval of the earth. A battle created the West Gash. Wanderers that still go there hear still the sounds of it. Sword across the crust. A grunt of God. Snapping of his monster child's splintered legs. After his victory, Vivek took the shell of the Ruddy Man to the dregs that had modified his mother. Queen of Dregs, whose name is not easy to spell, was in a period of self-incubation. Whose name is not easy to spell. Is that a correction? Wardens took the gift from Vivek and promised to guard it from the surface world. First account of dregs being liars. 10 years, the Ruddy Man appeared again, this time near Ter. Warned by a wayward shaman who followed the House of Troubles. Instead of guarding it, the dregs imbued the living armor with mythic inflexibility. Molted soon after skill draping the shaman and stretching his bones to the five corners. Vivek met the monster in battle. He saw the remains of 3 villages dripping from its feet. Took on his giant form and slew the Ruddy Man by way of the symbolic collage. No longer trusted the Altmer of the Sea. That's what he called the Drech? The Altmer of the Sea? Because they're both liars. Gave the carapace of the monster the devout and loyal mystics of the Number Room. He told them, may make of the Ruddy Man a philosopher's armor. Mystics began by wrapping one of their sages in the shells. There's only one more page, I can finish it. Series of flourishes by 2 supernumerates, one hormonally tall and the other just under his arms. Ran around the carapace and through each other, applying holy resin drawn from the carcasses of the now useless numbers between 12 and 13. The now useless numbers between 12 and 13, wow. Golden straws were quickly struck through the mythic epidermal so the sage could breathe. After the ceremonial etchings were drawn into hardening resin, long lists of dead names and equations whose solutions were to be found in the mouth of the chimer inside, there came the illuminations, inscribed by the bright, terrible fingernail of Vivek. Hang on, the chimer inside? But Vivek is a god. How the fuck does that work? From the nail's tip flowed a searing liquid, filling the grooves of the ceremonial etchings. Bled out to form veined patterns about the sage shell that theologians would decipher forever after. Ending in the words is Om Sivi. Toward the end of the sermon, full sentences are crossed out. Notes in the margin become more and more rude. The last word, Om Sivi, has been nearly carved out of the paper by the nervous use of a sharp quill pen. It's now barely legible. A lot of good those Induro guards did. They sure didn't come down with me even though they said they were going to. Bastards. Praise the 3, we're out of the grotto. Are you for everything off now? I need a moment alone. That's alright, I need to clear my head. Come see me later. We'll talk about. I'll be at my house. It's cool, dude. Like, holy fuck.
What is this regarding, Argonian?
Is every, like, Pact War seller gonna be part of something where they can die in a quest? That'd be really funny. To be fair, I don't think he actually sold Pact Wars. And doesn't look like anyone left on the ship. You know, what did I ever do with my boat from the Iliac Bay? I went to Cyrodiil on it, and then... Right, they had to ship me off on a prison ship here. Ow.
Where is that?
He's no longer there, so I assume he is at his house now.
Say what you want or go away.
In a moment, I'll it. Okay, he's moved here, but they don't consider it changed yet. Give you like an hour, okay? Alright, fine, I'll give you like a day. I go find someplace that's cool for me to take a nap on the ground. Hey, actually, you know what?
Didn't see you in all.
I have an idea. I know something I can do. Let's go spearfishing. Like, by doing this, Ngoth is actually, like, opening up a place for the Argonians to attack from. That's not even why he did it, it just also happens to work out that way. Yeah, your gross, weird things. Dead adventurer. Huh. Just kinda here. Dang, was hoping I could murder more of them. Oh, there's still enemies nearby, actually. Where? Not really a whole lot of other places for enemies to even be in. Like, what is this thing? Just a collection of rocks, I guess? I don't see any other enemies here. Alright. Maybe I can nap in the lighthouse. I don't know how long that was. Resting here is illegal. Oh, who's gonna stop me? They nobody. Ooh, boatload of gold. Gold load of boats. Yeah, I don't know what it's talking about enemies in here. Ritual drum. Cool. of them here. Ah. Still more somewhere. They respawning already? Did they come out of these? If I stab them enough? Stab them. Yeah, this was a pretty interesting quest. Yep, Shadows over Innsmouth. It's one of the best H.P. Lovecraft books. And I disagree with the common interpretation that it's supposed to be about racial purity. I don't think that was the intention.
That guy looks familiar.
Alright, it's been still not good. Tell you what, I'm just gonna sit for 24 hours in this spot.
May you find me worthy of your
Need it.
attention.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. He did say that, actually. Oopsies. Probably talk to them before I come back to him. First talk to the Hetman, I imagine? Hey, it was a dreg cult. Thinking something like this was going on in a town that I'm supposed to watch over. Yeah, real shit job at it. Failed as a Hetman. Won't hear me argue. I'll spend the rest of my life making amends. May the three forgive me and guide me. You have my thanks, Outlander. You've done us a great service for unearthing and putting an end to this sinister plot. Please accept this gold as a token of my personal gratitude. Okay.
Yes, Outlander? I'm listening. Go ahead.
Hey, we got him. No, the Marvis family, yes? Guys learn the truth about what happened to Jebin, too? Afraid the young lad might already be dead, but I still held on to hope, fool that I am. He didn't deserve this kind of fate, no matter his bloodline. What do you know of him? Doesn't matter anymore, my friend. Jebin's dead. Obadiah Marvis is dead. Maybe I buy you a jug of Mott's, you'll tell me? A sly one, aren't you? Thanks for offering, there's no need for that, friend. I'll tell you what I know, but... must say I was never sure of any of this until now. I hoped I was wrong. After all that's happened, all you've told me, my suspicions have been confirmed. Jebin was one of that ill-favored family. Old man Marvis and his father were brothers. Tell me what you know, I guess. All I know for certain is old man Marvis had a younger brother. Two of them never saw eye to eye about anything. Used to have terrible rows with the talk of the town. Hell, I remember them clashing sabers in public once or twice. Hey, Bathwater. Just did a Lovecraft-inspired quest. I think it actually did a pretty good job at it. You know, I will still say the Bloodborne DLC is peak Shadows over Innsmouth for video game adaptations, even including the Shadows over Innsmouth video game. Let's see. The Ornesian War started, they had their final falling out. You love my craft? Ah, thank you. Younger brother left Amra for good. Back then, no one knew what the falling out was about, but reckoned it was a disagreement over the Pact of the Drag. What makes you think it was Jebin's father? Jebin's the right age, for starters, 30 years. Mentioned that Obadiah Marvis seemed dead sure Jebin was a member of the family. What do you think happened to his dad? Us two can only guess what happened between the two brothers 30 years ago. Old man Marvis renounced his brother for turning his back on the family and never saw him again. Just assumed he had some war party heading south, gotten himself killed in the fighting. Wasn't uncommon in those days. And I'm not sure he died in the war. I reckon he was killed right here. First blood for the drag. And he was killed by his own family? Killed, yes. Or worse. He was forced to go through the same blood ritual they want Jebin to go through? Dreg are crafty devils. As ancient as the seas, they have knowledge of things that you and me would seem both unnatural and impossible. Who knows, who knows? I mean, I'm pretty ancient and I guess I'm not of the sea, but, you know. I think he was left alive, his father was disposed of. Can't say nothing for certain. Reckon Jebben's father must have taken the boy across the lake to Old Harak. Desperate attempt to keep him safe. Maybe that's where old man Marvis left the boy. Fend for himself until the time would be right for him to join the rest of the family. What about his mom? I don't know who Jebben's mother was. Whoever she was, no one in Amron knew her or saw her, that's for sure. I don't need to remind you, no one ever saw Captain Obiter's mother either. It's a troubling thing, Goth, this question of mothers. Who they were, what they were. Marvis' family was debauched beyond mortal comprehension. I'd rather not think about it. I think I get most of the pact in Jebben, so thanks for telling me. Oh, my friend, thank you for listening. Trying your damnedest to find Jebben, putting an end to the madness of the Marvis family. Yeah, have a drink on me this time. I do wonder. No, never mind, forget I said anything. What is it? Well, you stopped Obiter Marvis's followers, but Dreg are still out there. Somewhere. Deep in the lake. Wonder if they're still watching Amra. I never thought, my friend, even if it's nothing else. Tell you what. Anything ever happens, you send something out to me. Yeah. Goodbye, my friend. Oh, one more thing. Wanted to ask you. Told Inara about all that's happened? Girl deserves to know the truth, don't you think? Yeah, I'll tell her what happened to her friend. Are you going to use the bar door this time?
For questions, Outlander.
I don't know why I asked. Hey, He's dead, I'm sorry. No, you're wrong. You've got to be mistaken. Whoever you found cannot be Jebben. Jebben can't be dead. He can't be. Please tell me it isn't so. He is. Look, there's not a lot of room for doubt. The people responsible have been dealt with, if that helps. No, poor why? Why did he die? Never did anything to deserve this. Cult of Dreg worshippers wanted to force him to undergo a blood ritual. So, I mean, it is, but if you want, I'll tell you it isn't. But so we both know. Like, tell me it isn't so. Okay, it isn't so. I mean, it is, but if you really want me to tell you, it isn't. But just so we both know, he is. Cult of Dreg worshippers. It was fucked up. That's horrible. I must have been so scared. I wish I hadn't asked. I don't know what to do, Ingoth. It was so terrible. I lost my best friend I ever had. Only friend I ever had. I think you could probably talk to the priest some about this. I'm sure he'd enjoy reminiscing about your shared friend. Please, I don't know what to do. What do I do? But yeah. Hey, there's other people who miss him. Come on. You can talk to people. Really? I don't know. Maybe one day the pain will ease, but right now, it feels like there's a living, breathing void inside my heart. It hurts. But I thank you for your kind words, Ingoth. Thank you for everything, and goodbye.
May I help
bye.
you? Tell your
Please
friends
use the
about
door.
this place.
God damn it. Hey, if anything, this is less work. For both of us.
Do you want some? What is this about?
There's a Dreg cult under your fucking lighthouse, dumbasses. And now I can talk to him, because I've talked to everyone else. Old priesty boy. Good to see you, Ingoth the Third. Still shaken by all that happened, but I'd like to thank you for saving me. And thank you for trying to find Jebben, even if Destiny didn't allow him to be saved. Now that Jebben's gone, I don't see any reason to stay here for much longer. Someone else from the temple can come here to tend to the shrine. I've had enough. The lake still unnerves me, and the drag, What is it? I'm sorry, Ingoth. For a moment, it felt like I was back in that grotto. Yeah, maybe best you stay away from the entire ocean. Kind by those horrid monsters, but I'm alright now, yes. Just need to get as far away from this place as I possibly can, glub glub. What was that sound you just made? I don't know. I didn't mean to make it. It was like a hiccup. How strange. I'm sure it'll pass. What'd they do to you in that grotto, Ivan? I don't remember. Black holes in my memory. I think I was unconscious for most of my time in that cage. That doesn't sound good. You should seek help. Maybe you're right. There's a temple infirmary in Sarenthul. Perhaps I should go there. This will be far away from this town, this cursed lake. Thank you for your advice. I wish you the best. Before you go, please accept the potion of Scent of Wonders. Not much, perhaps it'll find it useful. Goodbye. Potion of 7 Wonders. Fortify agility, endurance, and probably a bunch of other stuff, but I'm not good at alchemy, so I don't know. But that's pretty cool. Yeah, this was pretty fucked up.
So, you want something?
Oh, I had no idea who you were. Business proposition? Trying to set up a trade relationship between my lord, Indral Ceres, and House Dress. I'm afraid my lord doesn't have a good grasp of what the Dress are willing to buy. He's asked me to sell a number of commonplace goods. Rarely go over well with the Dress. Pride themselves on their self-sufficiency. If you were to supply me with more interesting wares for the Dress trade, it would make it worth your while. Alright. Glad to hear it. Let me know if you come across any goods for Dress trade. Drummer coin? You know, there's a ban in place on trading Dwemer goods. That and the Dress are looking for goods with more than just a monetary value. This won't work. Rostalrim? One of the Dress may need ice. I'm certain this would not survive the journey. You're immensely fucking stupid. This isn't literally ice. Alright, then I don't know what you want, and I'm giving up. Wonder if I can go to where he's headed. And see him there to continue this in any way. Can't remember where it is, though. If I knew where it was. Frost salts? I guess that is kind of a hint, but, like, getting frost salts is a tremendous pain in the ass.
What is this regarding, Argonian?
The quest like that in Skyrim where you give some lady frost salts to cool food. Yeah, but that's also a Skyrim quest where they tell you what they need right away. Da-da-da. So much shaken, all that happened. Yeah, and that little, implication they might have infected him. Yeah, how's it going? Yeah, you were right. Something's all in that town. I tried to study the Dreg there, and people got pissed at me. Yeah, I know why. Ulrim wouldn't survive the journey. It's not literally ice, and if it is, it's magic and doesn't actually melt, stupid. Land Drech. Crabby bastards. Napali.
Talk
Yeah,
is
it's gone.
free. What do you want?
I know you. What do you want? You're just a sorcerer out here? Well, I have no reason to bother you, so... Oh, wait. Actually, are you, Yeah, you're that trainer they mentioned. Where the hell would you start looking for Atronax to kill for their salts? Yeah, that's why I said frost salts are such a massive pain in the ass. Because... I mean... you can't really, like, you could go to Daedra places, but, like, it's still not guaranteed they'll show up there. That's kind of the last town for this area. That was a pretty cool quest. I'm glad I went out of my way to look for that area. Now I think I'm gonna go across Almathir. Go try to do stuff on that side of the bridge. Because I feel like this side of the bridge, this area is pretty done. And there doesn't seem to be a lot of quest things here. Assuming alchemists keep at least a small, steady supply of the stuff, where and how are they getting it? Rationing. Some such bullshit. You can soul trap your own summon stuff, but I don't think your summon stuff can drop stuff, can it? It can, but I think the corpse always disappears right away, so you have to be really, really quick on it. So I guess a summon Frost Atronax spell would be how you'd do it, theoretically. I don't think there's quest here. This is not the bridge I meant to cross. I was supposed to go to Almathir. Not looking at my directionals. Guess I could look for work here in Almathir. Here in Tiny Vivek.
What is this regarding, Argonian?
Yeah, how's it going? Atmosphere's tense here in Almathir. House Hlalu and House Indral are at odds with each other, bringing their troubles to the city. I'd like to join the temple here, try their best to keep the peace. Sucks to be them. Would you like to? No.
Then I'll peace to you.
Annoying outlander.
What brings you to Almathir?
Another person, like, they just have so many people who continue to disbelieve the Nerevarine thing in this game. And I have to think they just forgot to add the tag for the last part. Because in lore, that's really not supposed to be a thing at all. Axes. Cool. Greetings, Outlander. Wouldn't have happened to come across a Khajiit by the name of Ailijar, have you? Property of the Oran plantation. Brought him to Almathir to haul back a shipment of cloth from downriver. Everything was going fine until we reached the plaza. Now the Messiah, even if you did everything the Messiah was supposed to do. Even though you killed our literal satanic figure. Yeah, I also killed your Trinity figures. Two of them. One of them definitely deserved it. Alexia for trying to kill me. Suddenly the string holding my coin purse came undone, spilling my hard-earned gold across the floor. Became distracted while gathering the scattered coins and didn't notice Ailijar slip away. Fortunately, 2 doors on either side of the plaza are the only exits. Station myself here in the middle of the plaza, keeping watch on the doors in case he tries to leave. I don't want to stand here all day until the cat decides to show himself. Please track down Ailijar. I'd be extremely grateful. In fact, there might even be a reward in it for you. Sure, I'll bite and help him escape. I mean, help him not escape. Thank you, Sarah. No telling where Ailijar ran off to. I think the members of the tribunal match with the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. No, not in any real sense. Just, they are a trinity, but they really don't match up with the proper Christian trinity. So that's a very loose connection I made. Yeah. Check inside every building, behind every crate, under every table. Khajiit or crafty lot. As soon as you manage to track him down, let me know. Take care of him from there. Okay.
You may speak.
Didn't think so, but I figured I'd check. Private chapel. Doubt he could have gotten in there. Teloth Manor. Major Domo's Sanctum. More locked stuff that I don't feel like a Khajiit could have, with no resources, could get through. The Holy Trinity is really just one god in multiple aspects. The three are actually three distinct gods. Yeah. Oh, there he is. How the hell did he get up there? That's impressive.
Velos peace to you, Outlander. What brings you to Almasthir?
Hey there. Oh, greetings. Elajar is just enjoying the view of the plaza from up here. Like most Khajiit, Elajar is quite fond of heights. The Nell is watching the doors. Elajar cannot simply leave. However, if you fetch Elajar's Scroll of Divine Intervention or Potion of Invisibility, he can escape undetected right under Nellis's nose. Don't have either of those things, you can try tricking Nellis into leaving the plaza. Nellis distracted, Elajar can simply escape through the doors. Don't worry though, Nellis will not take kindly to you deceiving him. Elajar would know. Yeah, I don't have either of those things. And I kinda don't give a shit about this guy's opinion. Hiding inside the Major Domo's Sanctum. Kid, he managed to corner himself, eh? He never was the brightest of his litter. Well done. I'll head over there right now. Credit, they actually had the guy walk over there. Alright, get the fuck out of here now. Very clever. Thank you very much. Don't worry about Elajar. We'll find a way out of Almasthir. If paths ever cross again, Elajar will be sure to repay you as best he can. Farewell. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. I kinda don't give a shit about the reward. The guy just seems like an asshole, frankly. Ow, that one actually hurt a little. Well, there's weird ambient quests like that, like find a Khajiit at the top of a building. Wasteworks. Tailors and dyers. And there's really not actually that much here for me to go off of. It's decently sized, but just doing random crap doesn't seem too interesting. I'd rather try to get to a city where there might be faction stuff I can do. Like, the factions... there is faction stuff here, there's temple things, but don't want to be part of that faction.
Excuse me. Did you say something?
bringing the Holy Crossing during these troubled times. Troubled? Vying for the control of the Antherin region. Mystere used to be respected as neutral ground. Now they're bringing their troubles to our city. Whispers of spies, saboteurs crossing the river. Acolytes who join the yeah, they're really trying to get you to do temple stuff for that.
Masera.
Understand it's content I'm missing out on, but like... What you doing? Devil is dead, Blight isn't... Ah, yeah. Just another one of thems. Yeah, I get that all the time, don't worry. What is this? Indal Rune. Draw of cargo in the Third River. Living as fishermen, boatmen, laborers, and nearby plantations. Few hollow retainers and agents live here as well. That kind of place that would interest an Outlander, I'm sure.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like too much to interest me. Not even like a hetman. Ancestral tombs are never... In the base game, there's never anything interesting on them that's, like, in them that's, like, worth going for. This is a plantation. Oran. There's sometimes, like, in specific ones you know ahead of time, but, like, the vast majority of them, there's nothing interesting. You never know if it's a good one or not, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's people who've memorized exactly which ones have the cool shit in them. But I ain't one of thems. Oh yeah, wasn't there the weird Daedra place up here? Cliff racers. At least there seem to be less of them off of Vardenfell. Oh great, a tourist. Piffed. Yeah, sure, we'll call me that. Crap, poor Scamp is trapped. Will you release me? Door's already unlocked. Not the door, this place. I'm trying to take care of her at home. Will you free me? Okay. Release the Scamp with blood and steel. Sure if you want. Literally trapped in the mortal realm and killing you is the only way out? Yeah, go back to your weird Daedra, not quite after... She explained this to me once, I do not remember it. How's it going? Welcome, landling. This is Turjalan. Here to visit the ghosts of Andrathil House, or to entertain the Daedra? Let's say the Daedra. We rule this place landing. My sisters and I keep the scamps in line and the fires burning. Some of the others have made their homes deeper in the ruins. One, they might not take kindly to your presence, and some are plain hostile. Few of us are still bound to guard specific areas of the ruins by the pact that brought us here. Glorious ruins are our domain, landling. Been that way for decades now. They were given to us by the Indral of Andrathil House as they left. Locals leave us well enough alone. You're welcome to explore. Be warned, not all Daedra here will take kindly to your presence. Andrathil House. All that's left of them lies in the crossing winds. They would get many visitors. Is this the place that swapped with an entire city? Hey, what's up? Where are the gardens? It's been so long. We remain. Fox of the Yellow Party. Tends the gardens that is Resdane. Lost to us the garden. Yeah, cool. Papers. Wait, what? They've been dead a while. Bone Lord's voice reverberates across the room. Who are you to enter the Hall of Judgment uninvited? Just on my way out. Leave then, do not disturb these proceedings again. My bad. I don't know what the fuck that's about, and it's not my fucking business for once. Hero of the Enderil. Meh. Meditations on Determined Law. Mission of the Last Resort. Cavern Door. Insight, Tranquility, Divinity. Regret, Fourth Book of Dust. For there is the plenum of the heavens and the plenum of the houses. There's the plenum of oblivion and the plenum of men and mare. Fuck does that mean? What the hell is a plenum? I'm too curious to leave that. Yeah, how's it going? No place for your kind, not anymore. Only ghosts remain, and us, spellbound to guard these ruins. Yeah, sucks to be you. Pumice Stone. Huh, interesting. Probably a place tied to a quest I just haven't run into. If you just want to be murdered, I don't mind. Book of Daedra, Omen's Garden, Doors of the Spirit, Wraith's Wedding Dowry, Emeralds, Fallen Wraith, Feathered Wraith cursed above, to lose thy flight, known to love. Snip the wings of jaded dove, hide behind a mask, a glove. Realm alone, words of woe. Whims are not saying that word, the fallen foe. Return alive, she scarce but know. Not be damned to a life of low. Trespass not this tragic night. Confounded moon, waxen light. Ashen curse disturb thy sight. To no escape this wicked blight. Cool poem. Feel like there was another word you could have used for that, but enter my den uninvited or pick the flesh from your bones. You'll try. Won't be the first. You're not gonna be the last. History of Daggerfall. Meh. Lord. Ooh. Alright. Still enemies nearby, dang it. Maybe I should make some more open spells in increments of 10 to be more, like, magic efficient. Put that on, too. Yearning for Magicka wouldn't hurt, yeah. Ngoth does not... I mean, he has intelligence, it's just... 60 is very pricey for the spell. Say make a 75 one. At least as an in-between between my 50 and 100. But I was thinking, like, just 60, 70, 80, and 90. But even just a 75, even a 61... Like, I feel like 60 is a very common break point. So I feel like I should at least have, like, a 60. '60 is very common. Yeah, I feel like I've seen it a bunch of times. Still enemies nearby. Where are they? Shut up about it. Oh, knock off Argonian. Found one. One of these terrifying fucks. These are like the most hideous Daedra. Like, I actually don't know what the fuck these are supposed to be, and that's worse. None of it, communal cup. I'm good. You can keep your cups. Spider Daedra. Back to the worst name. The worst name for a Daedra. Spider Daedra. Oh, illusion. Don't want to know what's in the communal cup. I have the feeling it's spelled with a U and not an M when they make it that. Make sure. Emerald, pearl, bunch of rubies, gold. Not bad. Not bad at all. Servants' Hall. Oh, hey. Who you? Me no know you. You careful. These me my clan fair. Me their daddy. You no hurt them, me no hurt you. Alright. How's it going? You guys good? You guys can't talk, can you? Oh, you have business ledgers all over the place. That's weird. This is just a weird area. It's this giant-ass Ogrim with a bunch of clan fears that don't talk. I mean, have fun with whatever the hell you're doing. $5 gold. Hate yourself? Why? I don't take kindly to people not liking things I like, Bathwater, so you better fix that wrong opinion right away. Gospel of St. Realms. You commit to a character you made in RPG. Can't commit to just one RPG. Alright, that is a very annoying aspect of you, Bathwater, but it's a place I've been myself. And honestly, streaming the game is kinda how I've managed to force myself to keep playing. Because I want the stream to keep moving forward. So pretend I'm watching you every time you do it. See if that helps. You coulda lived. Don't look at you, you're ugly. I'm looking at you every time you try it. Visitor, not food. How's it going? A visitor, how delightful. I am Gorgranat, culinarian extraordinaire. Welcome, Argonian, to Turjalan. I see you have met the welcoming party on the northern approach. My apologies for their manners. I told them visitors aren't food. Apparently they didn't listen. They seem like fucking idiots, but I've worked with fucking idiots before, so I can't blame you. Show you something you don't want to see? If it's a gun, I do want to see a gun. A little courtesy goes a long way. Fine. You're a visitor, be treated with all the hospitality that entails. Were we in my home plane, I would serve you a meal worthy of princes. Afraid the Turjalan pantry is in a sorry state. Few visit this place, and few are still willing to supply us with high-quality ingredients. Say... You know what? Let me see where this is going. Fine ingredients found to prepare you the finest meal. Need hackalow leaf and large quam egg. Best I can find myself. Give me those ingredients. Name you no longer visitor but friend. Make you the meal of a lifetime. Phrasing on that last part. Great sauce aroma. Typically cooked along with the main dish for its added flavor. Remove before serving. Come around these lands, but the Turjalan stores are empty. Quam eggs? Yeah, quam mines. Of course. I can probably steal one from there. Yeah, this is interesting. Daedric cooking. I have had home-cooked Daedric before. I'm gonna level with you. I don't remember how. I mean, I remember who made it for me, obviously. Getting back here with that stuff seems like it'd be a little hard. MJ dump Paul? I heard. I don't trust it. Like, I don't believe they're gonna follow through on it. I ain't rejoicing yet. They are not baiting me. I refuse to be baited. The only one who baits me is me, because I am a master. No worthy challenger. Draw your weapon, Argonian, and fight me if you dare. Ah, sure, why the fuck not? I will disempower you and use your interest as jump rope. It'll be a crimson working performance on to celebrate the ending of the era. That was funny, where you died. What's this? Ebony Halberd. Lies, deception. I don't even really know who the fuck Paul is, or where he came from, or what the fuck the current Marvel Timeline universe is, or anything. He's actually from a different universe. That he, Everyday More Lies. Yeah, I don't fucking trust them. Staff of the Forefathers. Summon Ancestral Ghost. Nah. I kinda like how often they use dead adventurers in this mod. Like, they'll have them all around a lot. I sneezed it. I sorry. Yeah, Universe MJ got stuck in like a prison. Think his dad kidnapped her? No, it was basically him. He essentially kidnapped her by forcing her to not take the portal out, which I would consider a form of kidnapping. It's actually okay, because he doesn't like his evil dad. No, he was the only one there. I don't recall him having a dad at all. I'm pretty sure he was, like, the only living person in that universe. Or at least on that Earth. How do you feel about every comic book hero being redone every generation to match with the current times? Here's the thing, if they did it as a clean slate, I don't think I'd mind it so much. But they keep doing it, like, having to rework the exact same hero with the exact same experiences, and that makes for very poor writing because they keep having to ignore prior character development to do it. I think they must be playing the long game punk move with us. It is all some kind of nightmare dream for Pete, and they do it as a new universe is fine. Yeah, I agree. When it's like, it's a new Spider-Man who's living in the 2020s. It's like, okay, yeah, sure, I want to see how Spider-Man, like, kind of changes with the cultural alterations to this decade. I don't mind that. But if this is the same Spider-Man from the 50s, it's like, okay, like, he's got to relearn completely new morality then, again, and you've got to reset a lot of weird shit. Like, you've really got to reset an entire character arc to do that, and it's frustrating to watch. Ultimate Spider-Man's very popular. Yeah. Ultimate Spider-Man's cool. Hey, more dregs. Saurum Helsery. Found the body of a young Dunmer. Saurum Helsery drowned in the river. Or bastard. Mullinurby Underwater Grotto. Or bastards. Yeah, I actually really enjoy new universes because they are specifically avoiding that problem that I have so much with all the, like, resets they'll do. Level 16 lock? So weirdly specific. Like, a big thing that was interesting to me about Injustice was that the Injustice timeline was a completely new one. And, like, when they were doing the games, like, even, like, the default, timeline that was, like, kind of like the default comic timeline, it was still pretty ambiguous which comic timeline it was, because it didn't essentially matter. It was just, these are the good kind of standard Justice League fighting a Justice League that's gone too far with help from people who didn't quite, go down that path. Door at the Isle of Dawn refuses to open at this hour. Yeah, I figured. At least it's easy from the name to figure out. You're not one of us, yet you are not unwelcome. May Zora paint your heart with blissful colors, pilgrim. Join us, rejoice with us. I am Erilul Mundrin, humble servant of Zora. This is our shrine, a sanctuary from the evils of the outside world. You, look like a ghost. One would have to be dead to be a ghost, and yet I'm still here, serving Lady Azura. Therefore I cannot be dead. Walk the path of bliss and tell no lies, Agath. You know what? Whatever helps you. I've talked to plenty of ghosts who serve Azura. You don't think you're a ghost? Good for you. I do not give a shit. You know what? No. Khajiit followers of Azura are not a strange sight. It's strange to see Khajiit at all in Morrowind, but that's not the problem here.
Warmly greeted, friend. Welcome.
think I just got that rest. That is the problem. Yep. Hey, how's it going? Friend or foe? No cats in Morrowind? Oh, that's what you meant. Welcome to TAMRIEL Balpicho. I am Azur Sur, appointed guardian of this shrine. I used to be. Don't know this place needs a guardian now that all the worshippers are, but pretty dead. Honestly, now, could you not figure that out on your own? No, it's fucking obvious. They're all ghosts. They refuse to depart no matter what I say or do. Obviously, they haven't always been dead, but that was before the war ordinators from Almasthea came here. The what nows? Half a dozen of them clad in golden armor, armed with spiked maces. Listen to no pleas, as is customary. But a bloody terrible mess. Wasn't here when they purged the shrine. When I arrived, the damage was already done. Worshippers were all dead, and their restless, witless spirits were left to linger here. Why the fuck would ordinators go after a shrine of Azura? Like, why? Don't they have better shit to do? Where are they now? They're dead too. So what they done? I, of course, killed them with flames of bloody vengeance. Alright. Why the fuck were they here? See, that's the thing. No reason why they would purge this shrine. It's dedicated to Azura, the greatest of the good Daedra. Temple loves her. Either they've been a terrible mistake, or someone must have tipped them off wrongly on purpose. How about I find out who did that? And then the slaughtered worshippers would have peace? No idea who might be behind this treachery. Search the Ordinator's remains for clues. Got scorched pretty bad, but maybe you'll find something. Try talking to the worshippers, maybe you can get something out of them. Try. Indoril left Pauldron, so they're Indoril. That's already a little bit of a sign. Last Tonto. Oh, they're still smoking. Note to the Ordinators. It has been severely damaged by fire, but some of it can still be read. Seen with my own eyes, Amurba, shrine full of witches who blaspheme, pronounce the tribute openly against the temple teachings, practice and sacrifice, worship the bad Daedra, better to exterminate them all. This I swear in the name of Almasib, LF. Found a note. Found a note on one of the Ordinators? Let me see. This has to be a false tip-off. How about someone with the initials LF? No idea who that could be. I'll show this note to one of the late worshippers. Yeah, I'll give it a look. Hey, tell you what, I'm gonna save. Don't get pissed about this. I'll be fine. It takes a minute, but I'm okay. There I go. Daedric Spear, not as good as my current spear, which is busted as hell. Not what I meant to take. I'm not in the opening of the game. I don't need that anymore. Isle of Dusk and the Isle of Dawn. Oh, cool. I love the Dusk and Dawn, too. Hey, wish to know who LF is? I'll tell you. She was once our sister, but her devotion to Lady Azura was questionable, so we excommunicated her. Feel like that's a bit extreme. Tell us we were lost. The Lady Azura was merely an anticipation of the glorified clocksmith Sothasil. Ah. Alright then, she had no devotion. She refused to smile, refused to sing, refused to consume the sacred fungi with us, so we cast her out. Clarissa Folly is her name. Temple is strong in Almasthea. You should seek her there.
Impressive.
Okay.
These clothes suit you well.
Well, that was easy to find. Ah! Albino rat. Tell you what, I will... mark here. Then I will Civvy. Almost here must be the closest place. Nice to meet you. Y'all up to in this corner of the galaxy? Hello, the Galactic Traveler. I am Fish. I am playing the Tamriel Rebuilt mod for Morrowind. It is Elder Scrolls 3. No, Balfoyen. I really thought Almasthir would be the closest. I guess they're kind of far from there. Oh, walking time then. How's it going so far? It's going fine, you know, I'm trying to spend most of my time in the stuff they've made more recently. Like, I've been all through this area. This area sucked terribly, and this is some of the old stuff. I think this area specifically, like, this Dark Zone here is from, like, 2008. Which is amazing that this has been going on for that long, but... You need to finish Morrowind eventually? Yeah, I fell in love with it. It is the Stockholm Syndrome game. You play it early on, and you're like, this is so weird and confusing, but... then you get into how weird it is, and you stop being confused because you figure out how this game thinks. This is Ngath III. He is kitted out with some of the best gear in the entire game, because I've already beaten the main story. Like, this is the strongest spear by far, is easily the best helmet, some of the best everything. I realize Morrowind is peak gaming. It's pretty up there. Like from the start, you just clicked with you. I mean, after having played Daggerfall, it was a lot easier for me to get into it. Having peaked right here with Morrowind. That is Quilla. He is the Morrowind fan. If there is one Morrowind fan left on the planet, it is him. If there are none on the planet, he is dead. I'll admit this is interesting. Going on. But our crashed carriage and you'll regret it. Fuck up. Damn next crashed our carriage. Stuck here till we get repairs, but if either of us leaves for help, that slave back there is gonna try something stupid. Not it's any of your business. I see. Get lost.
What do you want?
Honor to meet you, sir. Oh, nice to meet you too. I feel like I've seen your name before. Have you been in... You might have been in the streams of one of the people I've raided before. Your name seems familiar.
How are you?
Ah! Bug.
There is no escape.
A doop doop doo ba doo doop doo. You know, a lot of streams since it's the traveler motif. True that. You got your whole thing. Actually, they might have keys. I might save myself the magic. Are they dead? Can Shinjiro go free? Yeah, go on. Yeah, here you go. Not waste this opportunity again. Here, use this key for first escape. We'll do the same for our friends still in the Andes estate. Use it well. Ah, cool. I don't know where that is. But, you have fun. They give you a lot of opportunities to free slaves in this mod. Not complaining. I feel like that was one thing regular Morrowind was kind of lacking in. Like, there were a bunch of slaves who you could not free no matter what, you just kind of had to watch. And a lot of the time it was just like slaves in a cave doing mining stuff for bandits. It was very rarely any institutionalized slaves. You know, the mod does it fairly often, just giving you the choice, like, do you help this person for the reward, or do you let the slave they're trying to recapture go free? Usually I'll go with go free.
You want something, friend?
Let me just try the older games. You're only on console, so... Ooh. Like... I mean... Daggerfall Unity is... You could run that on dang near anything. You could run that on a laptop just fine. I cannot recommend Arena. At all. I just don't recommend trying it. I played it, and... I beat it. I can put that on my resume. I consider it one of the 2 challenge runs I've ever done. Beat Arena without using cheats. I consider cheating in Arena a fair way to play it. There's restricted free slaves that can't be normally freed because they have no key by leading them to an area where there is a slave key. Yeah, base Morrowind doesn't really let you do much abolition stuff. It's something TR tries to cater more to. Yeah, because it's such a big thing that it feels maybe not like an oversight, but like something they just development time didn't let them go into a lot.
Let's set aside our right.
Because, I mean, original development plans was going to be all of Morrowind, not just Vardenfell. Was that an unrealistic thing for them? It really looks like it with how long it's taken even to do this. I feel like even a dedicated team, how friggin' huge this is, that would have been a big ask. Morrowind would have had to sell 3 times as well to cover all that, I think. Wish we could fly in the new games? I get why we can't. It's because, so when you add levitation as an option, then suddenly a lot of, like, puzzles you might want to make for your dungeons become bypassable really easily. And there's a lot of stuff you can just break, like, you can sequence break really, really easily, and it becomes really hard to curate the game at all at that point. And that's the same reason acrobatics went away in Skyrim, because even in Oblivion, there was some nonsense you could pull off. What is this? House Swallow? This is the plantation. I'm in the wrong place. Levitation was very awkward in original Arena. It was literally, you are now X amount of distance from the ground. From whatever ground you started on, I should say. Like, you couldn't go up or down at all. You were just in the air. And it was kind of necessary for a bunch of locations. People can bypass half the game with one wooden bowl. They didn't really do a great job. I definitely see what you're getting at. But the thing about the bowl is, that's something you have to do intentionally. Like, that is not a built-in intentional part of the game. That's something you have to go out of your way to attempt to do. If you don't know how to do it, it's very unlikely you'll do it by accident. Levitation is just a straight-up spell that you can cast. It's very, very tough. I say this as someone who has studied, like, genuinely game design. Bull flight is a very difficult thing to design around. Understand what I mean? Just, you want to fly? And I understand that. Like, I understand wanting to let my players do all the cool stuff, but I also gotta set realistic expectations for how I can give them the fun part of the game. Because, like, a lot of the puzzles in Oblivion and Skyrim will boil down to, here is a bridge you need to figure out how to lower. Hello, the true Mantis. Welcome in.
Those boots are ruined.
I'm playing Tamriel Rebuilt. You know Harissa Folly? Doesn't ring a bell. Well, the Temple Priest might know where she is. Alright, thanks for entertaining me.
Beyond measure.
Check the Infirmary of St. Maris, maybe? You know? Found in the Monastery of St. Veloth. Where's that? The Pilgrim... Okay, I was asking about the monastery.
Outlander.
Heck yeah, where am I at? I am currently in Almasthir. I've done basically all of, like, the old Ebonheart region, I think. There's, like, I kind of scoured the place for quests to do. Fully exploring the mainland along with Cyrodiil and Skyrim. I haven't done, I've just been doing the, so that's part of their sister project, the stuff that's not in Morrowind. I've only done this so far, but I'm thinking, definitely after I finish this, I will go into that, and then I'll finally go to Skyrim. Stay away from old Ebonheart. The FPS is yikes. I haven't noticed any problems with it. Barracks and temple offices. Senior clergy in the plaza. Wasteworks. Outside the Ornate barracks and temple offices.
Masera.
Oh, you're playing on a phone? Yeah, I can see this not running on a phone. OpenMW on an Android while you say for a PC. Yeah, fair enough. You can guess I'm playing on PC by the fact that I'm streaming this. Although, I have seen people try to stream from phones. Just... that seems like such a hassle. Runs fine, just Old Ebonheart. Old Ebonheart is, like, one of the newest areas, isn't it? I'm very much dreading going over here, the old stuff, where it's gonna suck. Need good Wi-Fi to stream from phones. Used to do it till you lost your Wi-Fi. Damn.
You here?
I have good Wi-Fi. Like, I've got fiber. Though I needed fiber to stream at all, compared to what I used to have.
Oh, come on, leave me alone.
As Larissa Folly? Oh my... Now, Larissa Folly? I should cut you.
Welcome to
Office of Intercession. This wasn't even the right place.
Welcome to Almasthir.
Can't wait till Project Tamriel is complete, sometime in the distant future. Yeah. Which one do you think will happen first? Project Tamriel complete? Or, Elder Scrolls 6? Probably Elder Scrolls 6. Let's be at least slightly realistic. There's a team dedicated to working on that game at the moment. Whereas Tamriel Rebuilt, they have day jobs, you know? Said they estimate 2040 for ES6. Who said that? Because,
Is there
you know,
something I can do for you?
I have heard all kinds of conflicting stuff about when ES6 will come out. And how it'll come out, and what it'll be. Like, I don't think official word. 2040 for PT? That sounds more realistic. Oh, so ES6, you said that. 2028 for ES6 IMO. I think that's a reasonable thing. Like, to be fair, Bethesda is the king of dropping it out of nowhere, like, just completely. No build-up, no hype. Because they know there's already hype. Any specific hopes for ES6? It's never fucking happened. Specific hopes? That's a good question, actually. No idea where the St. Veloth thing is. After Starfield, none hopes are gone, but I want to believe they learned from Starfield a little bit, at least. I didn't even buy Starfield, but I can hope, you know? I'm hoping for, you know, maybe a location that's weirder, like Morrowind. I will grant, Skyrim still has... Okay, my hope is that it be not like Oblivion. That is the extent of my hope. Because I do not like Oblivion. Specifically, rant... you artistically want better mounted combat, because you love Mountain Blade and want decent-sized battles. They give their studio-saving franchise the respect it deserves. Yeah. Betting Hammerfell, but who knows? Hammerfell seems like the most likely option, because, like, we've heard they seceded from the Empire, but they're still kind of, you know, they're kind of fighting the old Merry Dominion still. Like, they are a very good place where stuff is happening if they don't want to do another time skip. Like, if they want to keep in a similar kind of time frame to Skyrim, I think Hammerfell is the best pick, frankly. Going off the rails a little more, maybe Black Marsh, but I feel like I almost want Black Marsh to be like Akavir, where they never show it, because it's so weird. Like, they're going to be desperate to make it good after Starfield, but you could be wrong. I think so, too, because Starfield very underperformed. Like Black Marsh, but I guess it'd probably be Hammerfell. Hammerfell is my first pick, but I'd love Black Marsh if they did it justice, you know? I was gonna play S6, but no Elder Scrolls will top Morrowind. Source said Gen Z Morrowboomer. Yeah, 100 years, Dominion's gone. Bullshit block. You love and praise Skyrim until you played Morrowind. I still love and praise Skyrim, even though I love Morrowind too.
What is this regarding, Argonian?
One with Black Marsh is it's supposed to be largely impossible to survive there for anyone but Argonians. That's a thing I think was just very that is lore I think was very foolish from the start. You know? I think that is very limiting lore that they shouldn't have put out. I don't think we'll get a main game in Black Martian, yeah. Like, I understand that lore. I think it's interesting, but I think it's kind of foolish for the sake of ever wanting to explore Black Marsh. Everything you hope for Elder Scrolls 6, you feel deep down is impossible or just not going to happen how you want it. I mean, mounted combat, they've never done it well.
It's fine with me. Go ahead.
Da-da-da.
You may speak.
Heard some rumor Starfield is going to get an interplanetary travel update that doesn't require load screens. We'll see, but maybe that would help it. I don't know, even then, I'd rather just play, friggin'... Damn, what's it even called? I've forgotten. I'm such a fool. I'd rather just play the other space exploration game for that, you know? It really doesn't have load screens. Where is this St. Velos? I am actually gonna lose my mind. Some Mages Guild here? No Man's Sky? That's what I was thinking of. Thank you, Bathwater. Like, No Man's Sky doesn't really have good combat, so I understand it's not the same, but did Starfield have good combat? Did Starfield have combat at all? I actually don't know. Just want the role-playing back. Don't want to be Arch, Harbinger, Master, Listener, Thief. I mean, the faction quests are always going to lead to you being in a high position by the end. Like, I think that's just par for the course of the progression. Yeah, or if you're gonna have it matter at all. Yeah, like, the Mages Guild in Skyrim, I will agree, was not great. Or the College of Winterhold, where you do almost no magic the entire quest line. I liked the Thieves Guild until the Nightingale part that I thought was dumb through and through. I really don't mind, I think the companions were pretty good, honestly. Like, it even lets you choose if you want to stay a werewolf or not. It doesn't, like, try to force you on that. And, like, you can technically just keep doing, side quests forever if you really want to. Like, the ambient quests, they still give you stuff to do there. Never played Starfield, got it for Christmas. Turn it because it doesn't play on your Xbox One. Still have to get it on your PC if it can run. Forcing you to become a werewolf to progress. Questline is pretty cringe. It's a little cringe, yeah. But becoming a werewolf is also, like, not that big of a deal. Like, because werewolfism is entirely at will in Skyrim, I also feel like, because it's almost no punishment at all, you can kind of... I don't harsh on it as bad. Current playthrough, you can't join the Thieves Guild because you killed a guild person. Now they won't talk to you. Love that. I mean, yeah, I can't... So, in this playthrough, can't join the Thieves Guild. Didn't kill anyone, but I did do the Fighters Guild quest that just locks you out. Like, I just talked and convinced them. Still can't join. Maybe I can after that. If I hadn't done that quest, I could have, I think. In terms of role-playing, it is a big deal. Yeah, that's true. And it is a role-playing game. That is true. Yeah. You're gonna be furry and you're gonna like it. Fur in the world. Yeah, I suppose... I would almost argue the Dawnguard DLC was a kind of a better version of the Companion's questline to some extent. Because you get the choice, and you have to stick with it. Like, you can't do both sides of that quest. Even though they end up crossing over in certain places. Yeah, I'm actually gonna look up where the hell I need to go for this. Because I am so lost. I actually quite liked Oblivion's vampirism, so wouldn't mind it returning instead of Skyrim's. I don't know, like... Here's the thing, default vampirism in Skyrim sucked, and there was no reason to ever do it. It was just bad. Like, when they removed damage in sunlight, it became really, really good, and they made it so... people don't attack you on sight. It got rid of some roleplay, but it was really annoying to do. I suppose, to some extent, like, you don't want vampirism quite at the level that I feel like Morrowind goes a little too far with it, where you can't even, like, play the game at all. Oblivion is probably a nice roleplay medium between it, where, you know, you gotta get your blood and you can keep doing stuff, but if you don't, you're gonna start starving and people are gonna notice. Good guy at heart, at least you want to be. You also really want your vampire castle and servants. End up killing Harkon either way, just let me be straight up evil. Thing is, you kill Harkon because he's stupid, and he's gonna try... The implication is that Harkon is going to try to do a version of the ritual that will permanently blot out the sun, and possibly kill his daughter in the process, or very likely kill her in the process. Which is... You can do a more tame version that's not gonna fuck up the entire planet and still get you what you want. Who do you think will be the main villain? Of the next Elder Scrolls? I could not hazard a guess.
I lost peace to you, Outlander.
Like,
What
that
brings
is
you
so
to
far
us?
beyond any knowledge I could have. That's the name I'm looking for. Da-da-da. Okay, they don't have a location for the Monastery of St. Veloth. That's annoying. Thing happens to all the drainable life when the fucking sun is gone. The same thing that happened the last time the sun disappeared. Not that much, actually. Though, the much more real issue of all of the mortals will band together and exterminate the vampires, that's a much more pressing issue, and then they'll uncorrupt the bow and fix the sun. So yes, a very short-sighted plan. Talking you're doing the sickest parkour in Tamriel? Yeah, this is what I do when I don't know what I'm doing in Morrowind. Hey, I actually hope at some point we get the Thalmor as a main villain. Probably won't happen, but still. I don't know, if they said it in Hammerfell, they're a good, like... They're a good secondary antagonist. I feel like it's too much on the politics side, and there's actually, like, some level of roleplay you can do to want to team up with them, and I feel like the main antagonist should be someone that no amount of roleplay would have you side with. Gonna bring back spellmaking. It's a stretch, but even levitate? I talked about levitate. I think it is, for the sake of how they want to keep designing dungeon puzzles and stuff, I 100% believe letting levitate go is the best plan. Like, how... because there's so much sequence breaking to do. Spellmaking, I think they could get away with, again, because it's like... so long as it is... they don't make it still necessary to an extent, you know? I think the Sun and Elder Scrolls is just a big fucking hole in the sky. Yes, and there was a period of Tamriel's history where it wasn't there. Where it just fucking disappeared. And that is where Nirnroot comes from. Nirnroot evolved during that time. Nirnroot stuck around afterwards.
To visit the Bloodstone Shrine.
But... what do you mean you have a seat because you done here? Get your hands off me.
Do not stray from Belloth's path.
I'll
Is there
stray wherever
something
I feel
you
like.
need to visit the Bloodstone?
Their excuses that it's okay, you say shut up, magic should be OP. I'm of two minds about magic being OP. On one hand, I think, like, you know, if magic is more difficult, it should be stronger. Like, you have a thing to contend with in all of it. But on the other hand, if magic is not that, like, difficult in-game or in lore, I feel like
What brings you
let
down the
non-magic
water?
builds still be strong, you know?
I saw it.
Sun's death wasn't the sun literally disappearing, it was volcanic winter. Ah. It was still a very extended period of time that life bounced back from. Eruption of Red Mountain spewed ash which blocked the sun out. Yes, that's what it was. It did last an inordinate amount of time, but life still lived through it. Main problem with Skyrim is the magic sucks. The magic feels way more limited than in the other games, for sure. It's not in the Wasteworks, is it?
Something moved in the water. Something big.
Ordinator barracks. This is a temple. This is the Temple of Almasthir. I don't care about all that.
Outland.
You have no idea who I'm looking for.
What is this about?
Like, I can't even bring her up to you. Monastery of St. Veloth.
Is there something
Will you
new?
fucking tell me where that is? I'm getting really mad. Imagine Skyrim feels like they forgot to add it in until the last week of development. Cross a big bridge on the other side of the canton from the street entrance. Pretty sure. Oh no, you just want the Elder Scrolls to go back to role-playing game instead of action-adventure game, so what Skyrim should have been categorized as IMO. I don't know, I think Skyrim still has plenty of opportunities for role-playing. I wouldn't strip the RPG category from Skyrim. I'm tempted to strip it from Fallout 4, and would you believe I'm more tempted to strip it from Fallout 3? Even though I think Fallout 3 is slightly more of an RPG? Action-adventure with RPG aspects? I don't know, you still get to make a lot of, like, roleplay choices. It's just that you get to make all of them if you really want to. I don't know, is there really that much less role-playing than in Oblivion? They don't have weight? I suppose, but did Oblivion? Like, weighted choices are still not always a thing for RPGs, still. Other side of the canton. Alright. Well, you need to remember that canton is a completely made-up word, and I assumed you meant the entire city. Was I still wrong? Obviously I was. I still have no clue where the hell you're talking about. Cross the bridge. Cross this bridge. Okay, you have to understand this entire city is a bridge. Only choice it feels like it matters in Skyrim is if you like Vikings or Romans more. I guess so. Here's the Monastery of St. Veloth. Don't understand why no one in the city could have told me that. Hey, Emma Balpitu, War Ordinaries, I don't know what you're talking about, you've got the wrong woman. Forgive your future iconoclast behavior? Yes, I can forgive it. On one condition, you have to tell me who you're romancing. In Rogue Trader. Skyrim is good, all Bethesda games are good. Starfield doesn't exist. They just aren't as good as they used to be. I don't know if I'd even say it's not as good as they used to be. Elf? Alright, Bathwater, do your iconoclasting then. So long as you actually do it. If you back out and become a heretic, I will smite you. If you back out and become a, dogmatic, still gonna smite you, just not with holy energy. I've got evidence. Found a note on one of the Ordinators with your initials on it. Fine, I'll admit it. I'm the one who told the Ordinators of War the shrine of Emur Balpichu should be purged. Wasn't an easy choice to make, but I'd do it again. Can you tell me why? Rogue Trader cool? Yeah, I did a full playthrough of Rogue Trader. I finished, like, the week before the latest expansion came out, which was, on one hand, annoying. On another hand, I don't want to play it again for a while, because going through the whole game was tiring at one point. They're becoming dangerous. It's not their fault, but Azura's. Dangerous how? Saw their ghosts, you saw what had become of them. What Azura did to them. They're mindless thralls, slaves to Azura. Nothing behind their empty eyes and foolish smiles. The worst thing is that Azura didn't even bother to play with the puppets. Took their minds, forgot about them. Left them alone to sing their songs in that accursed shrine. Couldn't risk the cult spreading. Sorry they had to die, but there was no other way. What the fuck are you talking about? That's the exact same shit you're doing here. Your gods are dead, dumbass. I killed 2 of them myself. Do you not remember this? Depends on who you ask. Stubbornly argue that point, but I know other people have different opinions. Inconsolable when you learned Argenta wasn't romanceable. So was I. I switched to the next best option, which was, of course, Cabela. This guy. Yep, Bathwater's telling all. Like, I was very, oh, god damn it, that sucks. Makes humanity great, discussion over our differing opinions. Like a woman who will actually just kill me. Galactic Traveler, you are after my own heart. The best kind of woman is one who will just straight up murder me. And Cabela fit that mold very well too, you must remember. Go fix shit, dumbass. Will not go back. There's nothing for me there anymore. Tell them what happened. They can't find rest before you do. Will not go back. I'm not stupid. I'm not risk facing Azure Sur's wrath. Been enough killing already. You claim you did the right thing. Now stand behind it, face the consequences. Well, put it like that. Very well. Return, face my brothers and sisters. I'm not a coward. See you there, yes? Yeah, I'll be there.
Spare a few moments, if you...
In fact, I'll get there before you, but you'll already be there, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, this is what the amulet's for. It's bad if you're considering the Drakari. Yes. You kind of have to... Because... here's the thing. He's easily the most popular character. Because... Of course he is. But you really have to fuck over a lot of people to add him to the party. Not made it super far in the game. Seeing Argenta appear destroying a heretic with her flamer did something to you? It did some for me too. The Sisters of Battle. Ooh. Time is it? 8 p.m.? I might be able to get in through the Way of Dusk here. It's the Isle of Dawn. Other side should be the Isle of Dusk. The Broken Halls. Actually, not been in here before. Interesting. Friend you got hooked on Rogue Trader, also now loves sisters. Yeah. I was shocked. I'm still to this day shocked that you didn't know about the sisters Repentia. I felt like that was the first thing you would have learned about all of Warhammer. Your love interest is in competition with literally Satan for being the worst person in the galaxy. You might have a problem. It might cause an issue, yeah. Got the basic gist of the sisters and left it at that. Yeah.
Impressive. These clothes suit you well.
I felt like, I don't know. Whenever I imagine you, Bathwater, I imagine you just obtaining that knowledge from the ether, if it exists. That's just how I imagine you. I don't know why. Probably because of how you act. You mean enemies are nearby? Okay. Right, all about. Right? Hello, faker who used me to kill some annoying people. I was gonna do it anyway, I didn't need your bullcrap. Oh yeah, to explain, I have been role-playing that this is Ngath III. But, I've been role-playing he's the exact same person from both Arena and Daggerfall, for the fun of it. Heard of an entire military organization of hot, violent women, that was all you needed to hear. It's a great thing to learn. It's information that just makes the world a better place. Maybe not the world they literally live in, but our world that knows of them. The Rex are words the ghosts have gathered around. Brothers and sisters, I am here to tell you that you are all dead. Must confess to you that I guided the war ordinators here and made sure they slaughtered you all. I do not expect you to understand the reason why I did this, but I expect you to understand that that is the truth. Now, I implore you, please leave this place, you sweet ghostly fools.
Is there something I can do for you, Outlander?
It's done. They're gone. Ghosts are gone, now about Harissa Folly. The reward for dealing with the ghosts. And TAMRIEL's Shield of Moonshadow. Gift from a goddess. Knock yourself out, but, still alive and breathing. This I cannot have. Must answer for transgression against Lady Azora. Told me the cultists were dangerous and needed to die. Supposed to be the Nerebrine, aren't you? Be a good little pawn and kill Harissa. Command it in the name of Lady Azora. Oh. Oh. See, until that little statement, I was gonna let you kill her. But now... Now... Now it's just time you both die.
No! Die!
There. Every time you see someone playing as an Argonian, you think of that one video. Oh. Oh, you're an Argonian this time. No, I don't have a problem with it. Go ahead, tell me that's the video you meant. Dagothor AI videos are the best thing in the world. Cast on use Chameleon 25 to 50. Imagine being so dismissive to Warrior Christ after he returned and saved the world. Like, genuinely. Like, be a good little pawn. Say, you coulda lived. Ingoth does not gel with Azora. Like, yeah, he knows he killed the entire tribunal for the fun of it. But again, that was for the fun of it. Also, Sothasil, he never interacted with. Yeah, I love those videos. Like, Dagothor just has such a good voice for AI, which is a really funny thing. That was a video. Look, I saw it too. I think it's really funny too. Where he's gotta, like, backpedal because he's trying to be all polite to the Nerevarine. But he was so taken aback because he's so racist against Argonians. It's great. I love the, like, sequel one where they're a Khajiit and he just won't even do it. He's like, no, with the Argonian I could handle, but this skooma-addled flea-bitten mongrel I will not tolerate. Yeah, the Khajiit video, it's so great. Take those clown feet and lumber on out of here. Like, he's not even gonna entertain the idea of a Khajiit. He will deal with an Argonian if he has to, but the Khajiit, like, it's so much worse.
Do you have something?
Only wish you could side with Daddy Dagoth? Apparently that was like a planned thing for a while, but they ran out of dev time for it. I think there's mods for it now. It wouldn't be too hard to mod in, but...
Do you have something?
This an Ashlander camp? Hey, how's it going? Why do you disturb our tribe? Hey, I'm the Nerevarine. Oh, right. Okay, hi. Yeah, hey. Later, bitch. I did this solely to remind you you're all idiots. Why'd I even come here? I was just messing around, honestly. Ran into here from Turjalan by complete coincidence. It's hard to mod in a satisfying way. Yeah. Like, could you really even do a proper end screen for it? That's right. I was, like, looking for ingredients, and I jumped in here and happened to find that. Still, classic Elder Scrolls thing, you know? Joining Dagoth in a Dagoth victory should have very dramatic consequences. Yeah, but I almost feel like you have to end the game with it, though. Like, you can't really do a post-game with that, can you? Mod which allows you to progress through the stages of ash creatures, but it's very janky and sucks to play. Don't care about the consequences. You want to honor the Sixth House and the tribe unmourned. Absolutely. Dagothor doesn't mean to end the world, he means to change it very significantly. Yeah, but he'll change it in such a way that it's not really one you can interact with anymore is the problem. Like, what do you do if you just side with him? Like, the most I can see is you go out and kill Veloth, maybe you turn off the Ghost Gate for him. Just make it not canon. No, that's not what I'm getting at, like, the canonicity. I'm saying, like, what physically would they have you do? Like, I could see them adding in, like, some final stuff, like, maybe you have to fight through all of the city of Vivek and go kill Vivek yourself. Like, have him be the real final boss. And, like, that shuts off the Ghost Gate. Like, that could be interesting. But then what? Like, you can't really do post-game stuff, is the problem. It's finding something for you to literally do is what I think is the hard part to make satisfying about that ending. Help him kill all the Enwas? Participate in the pushing of the Enwa from Morrowind? Zuri intervenes, casts Rock's Fall, everyone dies. She's the D&D... It's a D&D adventure, she's the DM. If she could do that, why didn't she already? One of those things, you know? Track down the stuff he used to kill him and destroy it or something? But it's like, the way the game's currently set up, you track the stuff down before meeting him. Or you're supposed to. But you don't want to destroy it because he still wants to use it. Because you can also use it to repower him from the heart. Although, why does he need that? He already has power from the heart that he doesn't seem to need them for? Or does he still? I don't know. I feel like a lot about Dagothor doesn't actually make sense under scrutiny. Power the Numidium? No, that's what it was. He needed to make alterations to the Heart of Lorkhan to power up his new Numidium. That's what it was. He doesn't need to empower himself, he needs to power a Kulikon. That's what it was, yeah. Oh, this was someone's house. Actually... I don't have a bounty. This guy has no report value. Okay. But he still responds. Alright. Still under construction by the time of the final battle? Yeah.
Leave me.
Alright, fine, weirdo. Where the fuck am I? It speaks. Governor? Good little priestess she is. Maroon's Dagon is most pleased. Maroons. He who carries the sun's blaze on his shoulders, most terrible and most beautiful of all the princes of Oblivion. Monastery and all the mortals inside it now belong to him. They've renounced the tribunal. Those so-called gods. Ah, cool. I don't give a shit. Caius could be the final boss? Doesn't actually make sense, just think it's funny. It would be funny, but again, it wouldn't be narratively satisfying, would it? Hey, it's one of those problems. Like, the best I think you could hope for out of a, like, post-game of that is just going around mind-controlling people or something. Well, that would get old, and it would lock you out of doing anything else for the rest of the game. An ultimate boss, like Zeke in Infamous 2.
What is it now?
I'm gonna level with you. I don't remember who Zeke is in Infamous 2. Any y'all got anything for me to do? Alright, I guess. Toll's best friend. Post-game Morrowind as you become a Jehovah's Witness. Elvis-looking motherfucker. I 100% do not remember this, but I also didn't like Infamous 2 all that much. I did not like the last-minute kind of switcheroo on your allies' like opinions for very basic reasons. In the first one too. Oh wait, no, now I remember him. Yeah, like, yeah, yeah, no, I remember him now. He was the penultimate boss? I do not remember that. It has been a long time since I played it, and I was not satisfied with the ending. I remember enjoying Second Son more than Infamous 2. Two, if you choose evil, you have to kill him before joining the beast. Ah, right. I don't think I ever did the evil playthrough, because, again, it, like, kind of lost me right away. How much of a boss, because Zeke is just a regular dude? Ah. That would explain it, yeah. So are the Adeptus Sororitas my favorite Warhammer faction, or something else? No. I really like the Tyranids and the Necrons. The Tyranids are so weird and monstery, and I usually approach them. But I think the Necrons are really funny. Like, I really like the very completely alien teams. And I love kind of the skeleton aesthetic of the Necrons, too. As far as, like, actual factions that think and you can reason with, the Necrons for sure are my favorite. After the Necrons and the Tyranids, I really like the Harlequins. I think they're pretty cool. Like, specifically the Harlequins. I don't care for the Drakari. To be fair, they've done jack shit with the Drakari in like 10 years, haven't they? Like, I think the Drakari are too, like, edgy dark for me to be into. Like, it gets to a point where it's just gross with them, and I'm not into that. Necrons are just doing pest control? Yeah. They woke up and like, what are all these friggin' apes doing on my planet? Get out. And I love the possibility, they tease it a few times, they haven't said it, that Holy Terra might be a Necron world. And I think that's really interesting, and I hope they keep teasing it and never do it outright. Like, never answer it outright. Maybe have the implication that that's one of the things that, one of, like, the down there in the depths things that the Custodes are always dealing with. If you ask my favorite, like, human group, it's probably the Custodes. But after them, definitely the Sororitas. Actually, no, the Adeptus Mechanicus I really, really like. Only remembers there are other races than humans once a year. And, it hasn't been the Drakari's turn in a while.
Quickly, Outlander.
Outlander?
There probably has at least one of every race hiding there at this point. Yeah, maybe. Rumors? Dell's Raven, plantation foreman is looking to replace his household slave. Lizard broke her neck tripping down the stairs by accident. Some say it wasn't an accident at all. I guess anything's possible. What, you think it's possible? Also, did you call her a fucking lizard? We're Saurians. I will end you! Yeah. If you ask me about Warhammer Fantasy, I can't answer much. Much? The best I can give you is I like the Skaven. That is all I could tell you about Warhammer Fantasy. Like, I played Vermintide, and they seem interesting. That is about as far as my fantasy knowledge goes. Rat fucker? I earned this. Really don't want to help a guy find a new slave, so, it's not a good place to look for work, I don't think. Skaven are amazing. They're pretty cool. I always... Like, there's a lot of games with, like, kind kind of rat folk, and I think they're usually some of the more interesting races in fantasy settings. The Skaven are very interesting. And Vermintide is just an inevitability when the Skaven figure out there's so many more of them than everything else. You good? A scaly bastard of a slave hit me in the head, shattered my bloody helmet too. He's a lizard like you, called Awfully Swift Sing. The slave working at Sergio Oren's plantation. Supposed to keep an eye on him. Hit me in the head with a rock and ran away. Still a bit dizzy, so I don't think I can track him down myself. Can you help me and find that dumb animal? There's money to be made. The fuck you just call me? Maybe you are, but this escaped one, he's just a stupid slave. He doesn't deserve your sympathy. Sure, I'll help. Like you ran north. You like female Skaven? Okay, now. Apparently there's old Genestealer cult out there who may have some fingers in the High Lords Council. That'd be terrifying. Understand that? Or they're like, Balthazar Gelt does some funny stuff. Never agree on who gets to lead. Now, a big thing is that the Skaven aren't that smart. And the Skaven don't know how many Skaven there are. But they also don't know that the surface people are aware of them, was my understanding. But if they knew, they might attack now, regardless of their own preparedness. Which, be more prepared than the surface people. Hey, how's it going? What's a slave? Not anymore. Awfully Swift Skink is free now. No way out of this neck-deep trouble without the key. Saltmane Droposha will know where the key is. Look for him in the fields near the Oren Manor.
Be
Sure,
well,
cool.
traveler.
That's not a fucking wide-ass place, is it? Paid for a boat ride with a solid gold bar that proceeded to turn back into lead as soon as he left. Now that he couldn't transform it permanently, he just didn't. That's pretty funny. Da-da-da. Alright, didn't write in my journal what name he'd said. That's annoying. Empire's aware of them, tries to deny their existence to common people, so Skaven don't view humanity as an enemy, and it's working. I thought it was something like that. Oh boy, Awfully Swift Skink works in the fields, you know? One time the Overseer turns his back, Awfully Swift Skink decides it's time to run. Hits the Overseer awfully hard in the head with a rock. Overseer falls down unconscious, probably dead too. It panics and runs in circles for a while, and he runs here. Nowhere to go, you see. Needs a key, need the key. Just hide in here. Maybe they won't find him. I'll find the key. To do that, they can go free. Do not know where the key would be. Drokosha knows. Yes, look for Saltmane Drokosha in the fields near Oren Plantation Manor.
Greedy.
Also, bankrupted a city by turning all their precious metals into lead. Were they rude to him, or was it just for fun?
You wish to speak, so you want something?
Of course, you have Cetra the Imperishable. I don't even know who that is. Is that near the fields? I guess this would be the fields.
Khajiit better than lizard. We work hard, no steal. Make you happy.
Unless you're fucking blind. There better be a good reason you just said that. Take the Oren Plantation slave key to free the slaves. Drokosha knows there are 2 copies of it. Foreman, Desreven, keeps one in his pocket. Another key is in the manor. Ulvo Hlari's room. He's almost never there. Desreven? He's even... He might seem like an abusive slave driver on the outside, but he's even worse on the inside. Seldom has Drokosha witnessed anyone take so much pleasure from the suffering of others. And push poor Virzin Brine down the stairs just to watch her die. Get very hush-hush, but Rokosha knows. Be careful with the foreman. That does not serve. Asshole Undead Tomb King of Neheraka, Fantasy Egypt. Do all of his titles if they're no longer than Twitch's word count. There's an absurdly long list of titles. Alright, I know I'm getting correct information, at least. Learn magic not because he needed or wanted to. He just didn't want anyone else to be better than him at anything. Dils Raven.
It's fine with me. Go ahead.
Excuse me. I was just thinking.
That is amazing. He didn't need magic. He just couldn't stand the idea of someone else knowing something he didn't. Need to play Total War and Warhammer? I struggle so much with, like, that kind of game if I'm playing it by myself. Like, I don't know. I never can keep myself on task playing, like, Total War type of games if I'm alone. Like, if I have to self-do it. And co-op with me? Aw, thank you. Now the problem is that I don't own it. I think. Do I? Let me double check that, actually. I do not. Just had to double check. Was my birthday again? 3 months ago.
Oh, not again.
Nagash became a god with little more than spite and ego and is now 1/8 of all magic. Damn. Christmas, then. That's a little closer, yeah. Technically, it's not closer, but it's sooner.
With pleasure.
Speak, traveler.
Go ahead. I'm all
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
I'm trying to walk up the stairs, jackass. Not only controls 1/8 of all magic. Heck, he is 1/8 of all magic is literally him. Now, enter, you want to speak with me? I'm at the vaults. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Jesus, there's a lot of blank scrolls. You just stare at his desk all day? Aha! Gotcha, bitch. Does this even count as a bedroom at that point? I'm stealing your money because fuck you. Ikit Claw blew up the moon in a fantasy setting. It's 8 lores of magic, one of them being death. Devoured every single god of death across every religion on the planet, became the supreme ruler of death. Yikes. So much to Warhammer Fantasy. There's like a full undead faction in Warhammer Fantasy, right? I'm always really into, like... That's another reason I'm into the Necrons. They're not, like, really necromancers, but they're kind of skeleton-y. Multiple? Oh, multiple undead. Not even like a united front. That's interesting. Vampire Counts, Tomb Kings, Vampire Coasts who are pirates. That's interesting. Just save just in case. I don't know what'll happen if I do this. Do 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 do. I mean, no one was around to see it. Is it really a crime? Where did it run? Where did it go? Back to ungrateful elsewhere? Pass, thank you. Free the others, you wish to do good. But Drokosha will stay. Alright, if you want to. Fuck out of here. It looks like this isn't flagged as a crime in, like, Morrowind's actual codes, so they can't do shit about this. Technically, they all came from fucking Nagash because he's the biggest asshole in Warhammer. You love him for it. So all undead have a single, like, progenitor? Like a guy who invented being undead? What, you don't count? Alright, I guess. The first necromancer. So he made the first undead, but was he undead himself, is my question. Be a little weird if he wasn't, honestly. Which I almost kind of want to be true, because then... He made the elixir of life. Normally grants immortality. Slight imperfection makes the drinker a vampire. It still technically does that part, just... Yeah, I guess it's a different key for over here. Oh, the first undead, you have to read it again. Like, did he drink the potion himself? You have the key. Will you unlock? Yeah, go ahead. Free now. Thanks to Ungot. Probably swifting needs to be swift now. Yep, go for it. Learned necromancy by torturing the Drakari into teaching him dark magic, then did it better than them. Okay. I'm never sure what factions exist in both settings. I know humanity is largely similar, although I think fantasy humanity is actually slightly more willing to work with the non-human races, because I think they actually have a decent relationship with the dwarves, if I remember correctly. I know it's different in a lot of places. Do.
There is no escape.
Do. That was fun. Freed some slaves, killed a racist asshole. I'm satisfied. Not Drakari, you meant Dark Elves? Okay. That makes more sense. Drakari feels like such a different word. Yeah, I don't know where your key would be. Any conversation with you is too long. Wow, how kind you are. This is a different farm, yeah.
What is this regarding, Argonian?
You say that with less disdain in your voice. I'm just here to steal a key. You don't need to worry about why.
Yes, Outlander?
Imagine how messed up he had to be to out-torture the damn to out-torture the things that live by torture. Jokes? Okay, I gotta read this. How is your wife? Asked Zalathar. He's in bed with laryngitis, replied Harlith. That Argonian bastard back in town again? We do have funny names. Keep seeing spots before my eyes. You seen a healer? No, just spots. A big Nord named Jolkin was set on by a gang of thieves. He fought them furiously. In the end, they beat him into semi-consciousness. Searched his pockets, discovered he only had 3 gold pieces on him. Oh, thank you for following, Galactic Traveler. Welcome in, welcome in. I realize I might not have mentioned, I am Fish. G-H-O-T-I, Fish. It's pronounced Fish. I feel like I should say that, just a little heads up before you get too deep in here. You mean to tell us you fought us like a mad loop for 3 lousy gold pieces? Sneered one of the thieves. No, answered Jolkin. Afraid you're after the 400 gold pieces in my boot. During the War of Bettany, the Bretons in the Isle of Cragholt were under siege for several days. After the island was liberated, Lord Bridwell found the ruins of the castle where a crowd of survivors were hidden away in the dark. It was going to be a difficult job freeing them, as part of the roof had collapsed, trapping them all within. Bridwell stuck his head in the only opening and shouted to the Bretons below. Any expectant mothers down there? Hard to say, your lordship, said a young woman. We've only been down here for a few days. That's pretty good. Elderly Breton met with a contemporary of his at a guild meeting. Harrison, old man, I want to express my sympathy. I hear that you buried your wife last week. I had to, old boy, replied Harrison. Dead, you know. That's such an old joke. Says so at the start, you just went with it? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if I'd mentioned. Why was the Sentinel Army so useless during the War of Bettany? Cannons were too heavy, so all 3 garbage scows sunk. What does a new Sentinel private learn first as a combat technique? How to retreat. How's the thinnest book in the world? Red Guard Heroes of the War of Bettany. Oh man. Dark Elf man killed his wife after catching her making love with another man. The magistrate asked him why he killed her instead of her lover. The man replied, consider it better to kill one woman than a different man every week. God. Dark Elf woman was being shown around Daggerfall. She was shown the magnificent Castle Daggerfall. She smiled sweetly to her guide and whispered, reminds me of sex. That's odd, said her guide. Why does our Castle Daggerfall remind you of sex? The Dark Elf sighed. Everything does. Ask why it's spelled like that? Yes, it's actually a very old, sort of semi-criticism of English spelling. So, it's from an old letter between 2 writers, I believe. I can't recall their names at the moment. It's kind of pointing out, so GH can make the F sound, as in the word laugh. O can make the I sound, as in the plural of woman, women. Turns it into women, so O can be that. And then TI, stuff like nation, can make it a sh sound. So, GHOTI can be pronounced fish. As for why I'm called Fish, well, would you believe I actually... I'm sure I've mentioned this before. This design of kind of a merperson in a wheelchair. Hell, actually, the name... Actually, no. Being in a wheelchair, I've had kind of locked down for sort of an avatar I would use for a very long time. Because I've had a lot of leg problems in my life. For a number of different reasons. The name Fish, I actually had before I came up with the idea of being kind of mermaidy. Like this. I just kind of went with it because I liked the name and it stuck with me. And being kind of a mermaid like this worked even better. Like, it just fit the whole thing really well, so I went with it. Mermaid in a wheelchair. How do you separate sailors in the Khajiit Navy? With a hammer and tongs. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Might have said one too many buffaloes in there. This orchard has sentimental value to me, said Mojad, the Khajiit, to his friend, Hasalid. Under that tree, for example, is where I first made love. And that tree is where her mother stood, watching us. She watched you while you made love to her daughter? Said Hasalid, clearly impressed. Didn't she say anything? Meow. Come on! What do you call a wood elf who doesn't lie or cheat or steal? Dead. That one's pretty great, too. You guys have
What
good
is this
taste
about?
in jokes. I'm hesitant to ruin your livelihood now. It's not gonna stop me, but, I hesitated.
You may speak.
Can't find him. Word buffalo has enough different meanings to be used as a full sentence on its own. I know of... Okay, off the top of my head, the animal and, the type of sauce. But can you explain the exact meaning of the sentence you've just stated? Because this is very interesting and totally in line with my being weird. Yeah, the key wouldn't be in the shack, would it? One of them's probably carrying it on them. Yeah, Turgelon's up there. Could try going to, I'd see if I could free the Vathris plantation people. Couldn't find the key in that one, but I also didn't look that hard. Owie. Could check out Balfoyan. Another Baal name. Forgot the exact meanings, just know it can be a noun and a verb and a proper noun. Ah. Yeah, it's also a city. So... But a verb? How would that be a verb? I actually don't know. Yawned a little. Also, place, some people use it to mean bully. Never heard of that before. Like, genuinely never heard that said before. To mean bully, like to bully someone? So you, instead of bullying them, you buffalo them? I've never heard of that. That is strange. Oh yeah, I killed these guys. Actually, I think about it. I can almost fear there is a mages guild. I could have done that. Let's go do that. Give me a verb that means to bully. It's an old thing, people don't say it anymore. It must be really old. I've never heard of that, and I hear weird old phrases sometimes. You also have another Daedra summoning gemstone I could give to that one guy at the other Mages Guild. But I doubt that'd be enough still. Look it up sometime, just look up buffalo, buffalo, buffalo sentence. Yeah, sure. Goth is so overpowered. When I get to Skyrim, I want to mod in things so keeps some of this stuff. Because I am making the explanation. I played Oblivion, and I decided to have it not be in Goth for that one. For a few reasons. Reason one being that the Nerevarine is apparently out at the time. And I found it very interesting to kind of write up a scenario for that. For why he'd be an Akavir. But Skyrim, he'll be back off the boat. But also because you become Sheogorath at the end of Shivering Isles, and it's very heavily implied that the champion is still Sheogorath come Skyrim. Like, from some of Sheogorath's dialogue. It's not confirmed, but it feels like it's meant to be that. You return you a little bit of weird knowledge about the English language with your own. I appreciate it. It is pretty funny, yeah. It's pretty cool. I like knowing this. Yeah, don't worry, I got there.
Good to see you, Outlander. Searching for spells?
Hey, how's it going? Talk to Tanakos upstairs. Sure. Oh, wait. You a spellmaker? Where is the... touch? There we go. 60 is an important breakpoint. And I feel like a lot of stuff is just at 60. Probably to prevent you from using Ondusi's open door. So, but now we have Ondusi's slightly more open door.
With pleasure. Please, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Hello, elf person. An idea about duties, and let me even leave me in peace so I can appreciate the souls I've collected. That's a really fucked up thing to say, actually.
This is a wondrous encounter. Welcome.
Gulk, Clan Fear, Flame Action. Oh, it's like... it's mostly Daedra. Fuck them. Fucked most of them. I'm looking for work, I have duties for you, but first I need to make sure you're competent. Show me you can capture a soul. I'm literally your boss. Summon a scamp when you're ready. Cast Soul Trap on it. I don't know Soul Trap, jackass.
Greetings to you.
Like,
A
will he
pleasure
care
to
if
meet
I
you.
just... whatever. Wait, do I know Soul Trap? Any kind of Soul Trap? I have items that can cast Soul Trap on attack. I have weapons that can, but... I can't even make one. Can you sell me Soul Trap, please? It's mysticism, so it should be fine. Not that expensive, she sells it. Glad they at least thought of that. Yeah, 100% cast chance. I'm ready. Get on with it. Here's a Space Soldier to make the demonstration more realistic.
If there's anything I can do, I am humbly at your service.
Yeah, There, I cast it. That's one way to capture a soul. That ability shown you can capture a soul. Can you appreciate it? Look at the souls I've collected. You're fucked up and insane, I can already tell. The untrained eye, they look identical. For someone with aesthetic sensibility, the differences couldn't be more stark. Look deeply. Do you really like my avatar design, by the way? Thank you. I designed it myself, like the whole, you know, merfolk in a wheelchair thing was my idea. I like the glasses, the hair. I realize it doesn't translate as well to 2D. I do have plans and some designs in the work for a new model that'll be more and better rigged. I didn't make this model myself, I paid someone to do it, but I did rig it myself, which is why it's rigged so poorly. There's very little motion to it. It's basically like maybe 1 or 2 steps above a PNG. I'm glad with the design. I want to do a little more with the clothes. I feel like the hoodie doesn't do much. Need to cultivate and appreciate the tannins of the soul. Take these to assist my research. I have duties for you. Yeah, okay. Need to acquire the soul of a sturgeon. Not any sturgeon, no. An ancient sturgeon well known to the fishermen of Old Ebonheart. Rowdy Ann. Okay. Then we must add a soul to my collection. Head to Old Ebonheart. Sure someone by the docks has had a run-in with her. Yeah, okay. Luckily I can teleport there.
Well met.
Actually, do you assholes even have a guild guide?
Just for you.
More I think about it, the more I think you don't.
This is a wondrous encounter. Welcome.
You guys don't have a guild guide. I'm gonna have to walk.
I'm very happy to make it.
Oh wait, maybe downstairs? Another bedroom. Like the blanket and the scales under your eyes? I do, I think the scales under my eyes was an idea from, my model maker. Glasses make you think of Gojo? So, these glasses... So, that's not, I do like these glasses, but I think I made this model before JJK was popular. Yeah, there is someone here.
Welcome,
I thought
friend.
so. I don't think a Mage's Guild really works if you don't have one. Although I did at one point have someone come in and say, "You sound kind of like Sukuna," and I like that. And I was like, okay, cool. But, I do like JJK. JJK is pretty good. But these glasses are just because I've always been kind of obsessed with this style. I have a few ideas for how to integrate the glasses into the new model. I'm still partially designing. I'm very on the fence about what to do with the torso, you know? I feel like there's so much more I could do, just gotta figure it out. Alright, Rowdy Ann? Matter. Wish I hadn't. Last time I saw her was out by the shipwreck north of the Ebon Tower. Told me she was the one to sink that ship, I might believe you.
I'm listening.
How about you? Waters north of Ebon Tower near that tiny rock island.
May
Okay.
the wind be on your back.
Don't hear Sukuna personally? I don't either, but, like, the person who came in was quite adamant about it, and I was not gonna turn down the compliment. I think I can do a decent Sukuna. I think I can sound like his voice decently well, but it's not my default. And I pride myself on my voice acting, actually. In Chain. I think I can do it if I try, but it's definitely not my default talking voice. Doop doop doo. Now old shipwreck at the rocks north of Ebon Tower. Maybe she's around here somewhere. I doubt that's her. Quite severely. Though I hope there's something to tell me it's them. I'm trying to think who I sound exactly like when I did that. When I did this voice. I am affecting something, and I imagine it's based on another voice I've done in the past. I do plenty of voices. This is kind of the voice I do for Ungoth, but it's loosely my Argonian voice in general. It's actually based on something else. As far as my original voices go, this one's out there. I think it's quite nice. I suppose it's loosely affected from an old Little Karibo impression I used to do. Though I don't think it sounds quite as much like it anymore. It's still very reminiscent of his Frieza, I'll admit. But his Frieza's a bit more down here, and I think I play it a bit higher. A bit higher in the mouth. It's hard to describe how I'm doing what I'm doing, because I don't actually know fully how I'm doing it. The small slaughterfish. Oh, slave bracers. Can't think of who it is. Probably remember at 1 a.m. If you ever want to... I have a Discord if you ever want to come tell me what it is. Link should be in chat still. Scroll up a bit. Did not mean to take that. Put that back. Oh, that looks like it could be something. And no, just a rock that's a different texture from all the other rocks around here. Good to know. What about voice acting? I think you have a decent vocal range, but I don't know, probably won't follow through with it. Done any professional work? No professional work for sure. I mostly do it personally. I wonder if I could get something if I made, like, a proper reel and started trying out for roles. Like, even just, like, small unpaid stuff I think could be fun. Like, I'm putting myself out there like this. Because I've always been at least a little proud of my ability to put on different voices. So I feel like I could do okay at that. But no, nothing professional, frankly nothing even amateur, just personal stuff at this point. I guess what I do for the show is technically amateur voice acting. Howdy, Ann. Da-da-da. Waters north of the Ebon Tower near that tiny rock island. By the shipwreck north of the Ebon Tower. Yeah, I'm not seeing her. Recently learned you do a really good Satan from Hell of a Boss. Huh. I have watched that show. But not in a hot minute. I don't think I saw the episode with Satan in it. Are you Rowdy Ann? No, you're just a drech. Maybe there's some kind of thing connected to the island? Wait, that rock there looks like it's part of an entrance texture, but it apparently isn't. This is where the sewers empty out to. That's gross. But also necessary for a functioning sewer system. A little weird. Don't think your voice is really that deep. To listen to him, he's got a really deep biker gang voice. Ah. I can play a bit deep. I think this is about as deep as I can play where it still sounds a bit natural. And even then, I hear myself affecting it, so I don't think it's great. I can't play too deep. I actually think I play a much more natural high. I'm much more easier able to go up here if I really need to. I don't know, it sounds better, but maybe it's just because I already think I sound not great at it. You know? Hell is this Rowdy Ann? I've never known a deep-sea Morrowind creature to not attack on sight. Oh. Of course. This fish thing here. This looks like a regular fish is the problem. It is not clear that that's Rowdy Ann. I think that is a bad way to do this, honestly. It just looks like a slightly larger than normal fish. Can't do highs very well. Learn that while singing in your truck. I mean, I can't go like the high notes, like... I mean, okay, actually, I can scream really high, but I don't think I can be comprehensible at high pitches. I can go higher, but I stop being able to talk higher. But I can't go lower at all, like talk or otherwise. Wing low, sweet cherry on top. You hear the shriek? You're not going to be able to. Literally, my noise cancellation will not let that go through. I have a few things, because I can scream, I can yell. So I have a few things to make sure I don't blow out everyone's eardrums if I get too high up. And if I go that high, my mic will literally cut off to stop me from killing you. This is for your benefit as much as my own.
Greetings to you. A pleasure to meet you.
Give me an almost dear.
You have my blessings, Outlander. How about a potion today?
Yeah. Yeah, here it is. Took you long enough. Now let's have a look at the soul. The untrained eye, this looks identical to that of a standard sturgeon. To a master, the difference is night and day. Normal sturgeon soul is filmy. This soul's aura has a fierce sheen. How vigorous, how tempestuous. One glance at this soul and you can tell how irascible? Sure must have been. A lesson in soul appraisal should be broad enough, but I suppose you can have this dagger as well. Iron spider dagger. Yeah.
This is a wondrous encounter. Welcome.
Ever play horror games when we can test it out? Only during October, and only ones I pick for myself. Because I'm going to level with you.
Greetings to you.
I am a
pleasure to meet
pansy
you.
ass when it comes to horror games. When it comes to horror in general, I have two sides.
This is a wonderful
I will either
encounter.
brush it off entirely and be completely fine, or I will be a nervous wreck who genuinely might start crying.
Greetings to you. A pleasure to meet you.
And I don't enjoy that. I do like, sometimes for games I can get at the in-between level.
This is a
But I am not a very
wonderful
screamy scared, I am a very quiet scared, is the problem. Like, you'll get a "ha!" out of me at most. I've taken an interest in the Velk on the eastern banks of the Thir. What does a Velk look like? No, not their fleshy trappings. Any common person can get a sense of a being's exterior, but it takes a true aesthetic to appreciate its interior. Is that the crying you just won't sleep that night? I definitely used to get that when I was younger. Like, oh, get me a Velk soul. Don't let Darlene talk you out of it. Temple priests appreciate the value of a soul, but for the wrong reasons. Or should they be the ones to decide which souls we can and can't own? But Velks are cool. I don't like doing this, but fine.
You flatter me.
Your
with
boss is getting
attention,
demoted
Outlander.
once I'm done with whatever he wants. Can you do that? I'm the Archmage. I don't know how we all keep forgetting that. Neither do I. Also, Uriel still owes me one for the whole, thing. I could call in a favor on that. If I really have to. Alright. There's a lot of Velk. I can think of where Velk are off the top of my head. Most of them are over on this side of the river, though. Should be heading on. Have a good night. See you next time. I'm probably just gonna do this quest, then call it. Because this is about how long I usually go. I go find a Velk. Give the guy its soul. Poor little thing. Yeah, see you next time. I'll definitely play this again on Friday, if that's all you want to come by for. But I'm playing basically every day, if there's all sorts of stuff you're into. So many mud crabs. I should just keep this out in case I run across another mud crab. I could have ported to Old Ebonheart to get over here faster, but it didn't take that long anyway. I guess I can port from Old Ebonheart once I get over there. Pretty sure, like, just north of here on the bend, there's a Velk. I know there's a Velk, like, just outside of Old Ebonheart. I'll take its soul, I'll dispose of the body so the poor thing can respawn faster. No worries. Ow. There's one. Alright, little guy. You'll be okay. I should just go to Old Ebonheart and port back at this point. The Pequar are out and about. Let that knight kill their handler. She deserved it. Maybe the guys who ate that horse didn't deserve it, but they shouldn't have eaten a horse, is, I feel, the appropriate way to respond to that. If you eat a guy's horse, I think he
Welcome,
just gets to
friend.
kill you.
Hail!
Greetings to you.
Someone ate
Pleasure to meet you.
the horse I had growing up as a kid. Died it. Milk isn't just livestock. You can't just take what you please for your soul hoarding. There's a blatant disregard for temple law.
You have my blessings, Outlander. How
There's all up and downs about that Velk soul. You didn't tell him about this, did you? I didn't mention anything. Delane usually takes care of these kinds of things. Deal with Harness and then we'll talk.
If there is
Hi.
anything I can do, I am humbly at
Willing to
your
look past
service.
Tanak's insensitivity to the temple before. This is too far. We'll let the Ordinators know. Can I make a donation on his behalf? Fine, I'll accept a sizable donation to the temple. 200 gold will be enough to start making amends for this sacrilege. Alright, look. Your temple's gonna die soon anyway, but here, 200. Fine, doesn't right the wrong he's done, this could help a few pilgrims. Yeah. I'm gonna try to stop him from doing more shit like this, but... he's a dick. Here. Now that Halanis is done clutching his pearls, let's see whether this was worth the fuss. You'd have the soul, don't you? Yeah, shut up. Good, let me see. Pallid, but not without its appeal. Sora gives off an almost mellow radiance. Calming, even. Smooth finish. How very pleasant. Good work, Archmage. Here's a spear I enchanted some time ago for your trouble. You end up using on another Velk, don't let Halanis see you. Silver Spark Skewer. Noted. Duties. Gonna save there, and like I said, we'll finish this one, and this is a good time to call it. I'm gonna stop the recording for YouTube here. As always, thank you so much for coming if you came. If you didn't come, you don't gotta thank you. Bye-bye, YouTube.